that Bishop McDevitt does very, very well. So maybe you play run defense a little harder. You put 8 in the box. Maybe you go a little bit back and put maybe more in the passing game to defend the pass. For offense, maybe you mix up the tempo, go a little speed. We saw against Central Dauphin a couple weeks ago, they came out in an aerial assault, and it was very effective in the game. The biggest problem, though, is defensively, Susquehanna Township struggles to stop people. Last week, they were able to put up 42 points in the game offensively. You do that most of the time, you can win ball games. But when you allow a team that you're playing against to put up 45, that's the issue. They're young, and you talked about injuries, and those two things are hard to overcome.
Well, let's see how the weather holds up. We're expecting some rain tonight, some rain tomorrow. But let's be the first to congratulate, let's go basketball news. Mike Gaffey has been announced as the head coach, the new head coach of the Bishop McDevitt Crusaders in basketball season. So we just want to thank him and congratulate him on that. But tonight, we got a great game. Bishop McDevitt, Susquehanna Township, coming right up after these messages.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
HoffmanFord.com, turning the World Wide Web into the World Wide Wow. Find the newer pre-owned Ford you want right now from your computer. Shop online 24/7, 365. And our exclusive inventory is updated daily. With hundreds of new and used vehicles, you're sure to find the one that clicks. Hoffman Ford, Harrisburg's premium Ford dealer for 60 years. Click on or come by.
Advanced Hoops Spring AAU season was historical, as teams at every level won championship after championship. Team PA boys and girls won at the national level, beating some of the best teams in the country.
This fall, on November 1st, players from all over the region will be trying out for our 2015 spring teams. Register for tryouts now at advancedhoops.com.
You already know your Giant bonus card is a great way to bag real savings on groceries. But it does so much more, like helping you pump up your fuel discount with Gas Extra Rewards. Just by using your Giant bonus card, you'll save 10 cents per gallon for every $100 you spend. So the more you buy, the more you save. Gas Extra Rewards, fueled by Giant.
Setting up the kickoff Canadian.
Bishop McDevitt Crusaders on the road, Susquehanna Township. We got a backyard rival tonight. I'm Todd McCall, Jerome Presley, set to kick the Tribe. Jonah Williams back to receive Kobe White. It's a very good boot by Williams, good foot. He's a sophomore, and that's going to give Bishop McDevitt the ball at the 20-yard line, 12 minutes to play. Jerome, we've got a great one here. You know, you want to talk crowd tonight, they're here. This is the backyard rival. It's records, throw them outside. Don't even talk records right now, Jerome. There's great view of Joe Heaton, and I like the hat tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, I love the hat. I'll tell you what. I mean, you talked about records. You know, throw them out the window. Right now, it's about tone and setting the tone for both teams. Susquehanna Township needs to do something early. Turnover, quick 3 and out, some way to slow down this offensive juggernaut that Bishop McDevitt is.
First down and 10, ball on the 20-yard line. Marcelo going to go under center, goes back in shotgun formation. He's got a nice trip to the side with the receiver in motion. And already we've got a whistle. Let's take an opportunity to talk about our staff here we have on the field tonight. Referee Jim Needlinger, umpire Charles Johnson. Our head linesman tonight is Dave Holleran. Line judge Brad Brown. Back judge Bob Repitz. Our chain crew tonight, George Diamond, Jake Hershey, and Randy Smith. And already we've got a timeout on the field, and I don't know if Bishop McDevitt didn't like what they saw. Jerome?
Well, I know they had a lot of shifting going on, so maybe in that situation where you shift so many players at one time, could that have been the reason? Maybe they shifted into something that they didn't want to do, or maybe someone didn't know what to do. And again, that sometimes can shake up your offense a little bit. So they definitely want to come out and establish themselves, establish tempo on this drive.
Susquehanna Township, as we know, has had their host of injuries. senior Caruso out, not even been able to take a snap this year, play defense. That's going to hurt. Also, Division I prospect. Hold that thought just 1 second. A flip out on the left side, and just like that, Bishop McDevitt's going to come and move the opportunity to move the chains. That was a nice little call on that first down. It backed him up. First down and 10, and really they like to get the ball out to the speedy receivers.
Yes, and I said this in the pregame. Athletes all over the field. Because of that, Marcelo wants to get the ball into their hands, let them do their thing in space, and that's what you saw on that play.
That was Tavon Bowers, the sophomore, with the catch. Marcelo to Bowers. The carry is Squashawn Jenkins on the right side, but there is flags down, and that looks like it's probably going to be holding on the right side, Bishop McDevitt.
Yeah, typically when you have flag behind the line of scrimmage, it is a holding penalty that would back it up. And for Susquehanna Township, that's a good start for them. They definitely gave up a lot of yards on the first play or the first couple of plays. Now it's about backing up Bishop McDevitt, and now they got opportunity to do that on the penalty.
Downing, Walker, Jackson, Dawson, Davis, Click, Penn, Smith, Garner, and Ramsey in the back cornerbacks for the defensive starters for Bishop McDevitt. There's Quashawn Jenkins on the right side again. You saw holding it. I don't know. It's kind of tough to see where would he pick it up at, but probably happened well outside of that screen there. Late. Joe Heaton there tonight really needs something for Susquehanna Township Indians. You know, you talked about it. You mentioned it. You alerted to it. They played a gamut of a team. I'm telling you what, running the gamut is what they did in this beginning of the season. Central Dauphin, Lower Dauphin.
Absolutely.
Unique, different looking play, almost looked like busted play, but it was designed to go to Kobe White, number 4 on the carry. Coming up, a host of Eagles making the tackle, Penn and Walker on the tackle on the right side.
And that exemplifies a lot of the problem for Susquehanna Township. This could have been a loss. The defensive back breaks down to make a play and cannot come up and make the tackle. And that's number 12, outside linebacker Gary Penn, needed to come up. He was in perfect position to make a tackle that would keep Susquehanna or Bishop McDevitt very, very far backed up. And now they got all that yardage back, and you're talking about 1st and like 5 now.
Well, they had a face mask. Face mask, an initial face mask now goes against the defense. The Tribe holding on it, and it's only a 5-yarder, but that's going to make it 1st down and 10 now. We're just underway, 11:19 to play here at Roscoe Warner Field. What a beautiful place to watch football. Jenkins with a carry on the right side. Penn coming up to make the initial tackle, and he had help by Isaiah Milbury, a junior 5'8", 170 pounds.
And you talk about Jenkins. With Andre Robinson down with the injury, you got a chance to see Jenkins this year, and he's doing very, very well. 59 carries, 511 yards, 8.7 yard average. And, you're talking about 102 yards per game, and he's just playing good football with 7 touchdowns. So he's doing a very good job of taking over for Andre Robinson, who is dressed today for this game.
Boy, that's scary news to know he's back, and that's good to hear for Bishop McDevitt. 1st down and 10, 10:52 to play here in this Keystone matchup. Sean Jenkins going to get a host of carries tonight. It's his 3rd already over the right side, crossing the 50-yard line. It's taken a whole lot of Susquehanna Township Indians to bring him down, and that's what it's going to take tonight for them. This is a big back, and what do you like to have? I mean, if you're a football coach, would you love to know when Robinson's down, you can go to Jenkins?
Exactly. I mean, and this is Bishop McDevitt's mantra. They have a stable of players waiting for the opportunity to play. You know, Andre Robinson at one time was one of those kids too that was sitting back waiting for his time. He got his time last year as a junior, came out and exploded on the scene. Now he's, possibly he's verbally committed to Penn State for next year. And you got the next one up, and that's Jenkins right now in this offense.
Marcillo's going to take an opportunity to throw down the field. He's got Kobe White across the 30, the 10. He's going to go in, and it's take it home. Kobe White, touchdown. Bishop McDevitt, 49 yards. A little touch pass on the left side down the sideline. He really wasn't touched.
And I'll tell you, the main problem that I see so far for the Susquehanna Township defense is tackling. They are not getting the ball carrier down when they have the opportunity. We saw it earlier in the drive where they had opportunity to stop Bishop McDevitt for a loss possibly, and ends up turning into a huge gain. So they're on that play. Again, not tackling. You're not going to – these Susquehanna Township ball carriers, receivers, and running backs are very strong and powerful.
Mixon's point after is up and good. We'll be back with more after these messages.
Groff Tractor and Equipment is PA's full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction along with other leading manufacturers. Groff Tractor celebrates its 55th year in business, serving the total sales, rental parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish, featuring the latest parts and equipment from Case Construction and more. Groff also offers 24/7 job site support. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
9:57 to play. High school sports live on ABC 27, 7-0 Bishop McDevitt. They just put together a 6-play, 2-pass, 4-run, 49-yard touchdown. Kobe White, Marcilla to White for the touchdown. That's Mixon that's Halsey. Picks the ball up around his 10-yard line. He's going to bring it back to the other side and going to fight to get back to maybe the 18-yard line. There, Susquehanna Township will have their first possession of the night. Yeah, 6 plays, 80 yards, and they had the ball for about 2 minutes.
And it seemed like every play was a positive gain with the exception of the penalty. And I think that's, again, we talked about tackling. That's going to be a very important situation. Again, we're dealing with a lot of youth on the Susquehanna Township defense and team in general. So that's one of the things. You have an experienced Bishop McDevitt team against a lot of youth, but athleticism from this Susquehanna Township team.
Shotgun formation for Ben Moser, the junior. He had a great week. We had him at Central Dauphin early. He put 21 points on the board in the first quarter. Central Dauphin came back, went to the run game, and ended up coming away with a pretty marginal win. But honestly, Susquehanna Township looked really good in that one. Moser's first pass is going to connect to one of his favorite targets. That is Jaquan Blair. Jaquan Blair is going to be a great player at the next level. We talked about that last time we saw this guy. Very shifty, very quick.
Yeah, he definitely gets downfield very quick, good hands. And again, you're starting to see the maturation of Ben Moser, getting the ball out of his hands quickly into the playmaker's hands.
Moser staying in that shotgun formation. It'll be a little carry 2 yards over, but that's going to, looks like it's going to pick up, be very close to a first down for Susquehanna Township. That's going to move the chains, first down. We're going to thank our stats man, Travis Sparks, tonight for being on that one. First down, Susquehanna Township.
That's enough for immediate first and 10 at the 30-yard line.
That was Halsey on the carry, picking up the first down. And then flags down. You saw Moser's head right away go down. Something didn't look right. There's going to be false start on the Susquehanna Township. And see, that's 2 steps forward, 2 steps back.
Well, and typically the offense for Susquehanna Township does not necessarily have that problem. They have been able to put up points on some very difficult teams. You talk about the gauntlet that they had to start the year, and they've still been able to put points on the board. So, you know, you definitely don't want to have those penalties, but they can get yardage back quickly.
First down 15, 8:55 to play. Moser snapping for the ball, going to come on this far side. He's going to connect. Making the play is Alonzo Rivera. Coming up to make the tackle is JoJo Heaton. JoJo Heaton is the son of Joe Heaton, and tonight I just saw Susie Heaton, Miss Heaton, Joe's wife. Her sweatshirt tonight, as you saw, it's a family divided. One side she had JoJo's number, the other side she has her husband. She wears that double shirt. That's got to be tough for a mother. Who do you root for? I say they go with their son every time. What do you think?
You know, I think she just roots for a good game, and whoever wins, wins, you know.
Boy, Moser getting all kinds. Oh, my goodness, a dangerous pass. Almost intercepted coming off the shoulder pads. And I'm not sure who came in there flying through there. The ball bounced off the shoulder pads. Moser takes a shot by a couple guys. They were right in his face. And I have a sneaking suspicion that number 45 was in on that play. And you know him by Miles Turner. Miles Turner is a great Division I product. Third down 10. Moser does a hard snap. Looks like he's going to get a stop. Somebody jumped on that right side there of that offensive or defensive line. And that's going to go against the Crusaders. That's Buddy Pagliaro.
Well, I'll tell you, the best way to keep that Bishop McDevitt high-powered offense off the field is to keep your offense on the field and see if you can, you know, make this a long drive, but you want to come away with some points here.
Third down and 5. Ball spot on the 35-yard line for Susquehanna Township. Now, you know, many times Susquehanna Township gets their play from the sideline. They're called in. You see the changes constantly happen. You see the opportunity for Moser to audible. Moser with the snap. Oh, my goodness, here comes the traffic. He avoids going down early on, but coming up to make the tackle, number 52. And I tell you what, when you got a big guy like him chasing you, tackled by Anthony Long. He's only a junior now. He's 6'3", 295, Anthony Long.
Well, you saw Bishop McDevitt came with a lot of pressure. They blitzed off the edge. With that, once they did that, it forced Moser off his spot. Timing was off, and there you had the sack.
Well, it's 4th down and 10, going to bring a punting opportunity for Housey.
Alonzo Rivera back to punt for the Indians.
Correction, that's Alonzo Rivera, the punter tonight, with the punter duties. 4th down and 10. Kobe White set to that's JoJo Heaton, and the ball went over his head. I don't know if it touched his hands. It looked like for a second he pulled his hands in. So there will be no return, and a good roll for Susquehanna Township. Ball will be spotted on the 10-yard line with 7:35 to play in the first quarter.
And I'll tell you, if I'm Joe Heaton, the first thing I did after that touchdown play would be to bring my defense over and say, look, guys, you're in position. You just have to tackle. And you got to tackle, and you got to rally to the ball and have multiple people coming to tackle. These running backs, these receivers will not go down on arm tackles. They need to be tackled. And that's where, you emphasize that in practice, and hopefully it comes out on game day.
Well, you know some of the injuries on that defensive side. Aaron Siegel, Division I product, not with them tonight. We feel terrible to hear that he has a knee injury, and that is really hurting right now, especially with this running game right up the middle. You see moving the pack, and that's what Bishop McDevitt can do to you. Jerome, you alerted to it and talked about that offensive line, and Quishon Jenkins just runs behind it. And look at the movement. Look at the hole.
When you talk about the size of Jenkins, that offensive line is huge, and he's able to just go straight forward ahead. And again, just not good tackling right now for Susquehanna Township, and it's causing them to be in some really, really difficult situations. If Bishop McDevitt can continue to run like that, it's going to be an extremely, extremely long day for Susquehanna Township's defense and team in general.
Marsilio going to give to the shifty change of pace back. That's 22 up the middle. That is that is Matt Geiger. Matt Geiger is a sophomore. He's 5'10", 185 pounds, and he's one of those change of pace backs for Bishop McDevitt.
5-yard gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down for McDevitt.
And again, I mean, just go straight ahead, lean on that offensive line, give the ball to the next man through, and there you go. You're getting closer to another first down. That's 5 yards a pop on that play.
Well, you're running behind Mitch Warden, Jalon Mitchell, and guys like Anthony Long, Kendrick Lewis, offensive starters. Looking downfield, he's going to connect, and that's going to be caught. What a beautiful pass and catch. That's number 3. That's Kyrie Cali, 41-yard Marcilla to Cali connection.
And again, when you have a running game that's going the way it is, you do some play action, go right over top, and that's open too.
My goodness, what a beautiful throw. And that was Isaiah Ramsey on the catch, or on the defensive side, 5'8", junior, 157 pounds, and that Cali just kind of got a step on him. And boy, the ball had to be delivered perfectly, and it was by Marsilio. Jenkins with the carry on the right side, staying on his feet, bouncing off of people, and being tackled by numerous people for Susquehanna Township, coming up to make the initial hit. That's Draquan Banks on the tackle.
Number 30, Sam
And again, another opportunity to get the back down in the backfield, missed tackles. You're talking about 1, 2, 3, and then the final 2 gets them. So you the first man that meets these running backs are not making the play. So there you go. And now we have a 2nd down and 4, and that's the consistent pattern right now with this running game.
With those 3 passes that Marsilio have, that puts him over 1,000 yards. 5 games in the season, he's over 1,000 yards already on the season. He's averaging almost 200 actual yards per game, but coming up to make a beautiful hit, number 10, Jalik Smith. He is a sophomore, 5'9", 165 for Susquehanna Township. And you know what? You take every little spark you can get, Jerome, and right here is something that probably later can come up and make a hit parade. Come up here and look at this hit.
Smith comes up, he wraps,
full speed,
gets the ball carried,
him
goes
down.
a little high, but gets the ball carried down and out of bounds, and he gets a little height, and maybe that can energize this defense.
That was Tyrone Gibson for Bishop McDevitt on the carry. 3rd down and 4, and the ball is going to be spotted on the 17-yard line. They're in tribe territory, the red zone for Bishop McDevitt. Jenkins on the right side. stiff arms, keeps moving, and come down. That's how you come up to make a tackle, and that's a great tackle by Jaquan Banks, coming up and making low, and also with a little assist there, Sam Allen coming up. That's a sophomore. Now, when we're calling out some of these names like Sam Allen, some of these guys, you see a lot of sophomores in this defensive lineup for Susquehanna Township.
And what you see on that defensive play is the Susquehanna Township defense was able to stretch the offensive ball carrier, so he continued to drift farther and farther outside, and you want to do that to get help. And then once you get help to the outside, defensive back comes up to assist, and there you go. Good defensive play, but it was still a first down.
225 pounds, 6'1" is Jenkins. You got to hit him low like you saw right there. There's a nice throw to the corner. Kobe White, that's a touchdown. Bishop McDevitt, they put another one on the board. Give him one more. Kobe White with the catch, and Marsilio threw the ball perfectly in the timing pattern, up over the shoulder of the defender. Touchdown, Bishop McDevitt.
And that's just the weapons that this Bishop McDevitt team has. Marsilio, another year in the system. He definitely has matured into an elite quarterback. And when you have Kobe White, who goes up at the highest point, he jumps up, makes the play. It wasn't bad defense. It was just a better offensive play by quarterback and receiver.
Chris Mixon set for the point after. It's up, and that's going to be no good. He's going to miss that. 13 points put on the board by Bishop McDevitt. More football action after these messages.
You already know your Giant bonus card is a great way to bag real savings on groceries. But it does so much more, like helping you pump up your fuel discount with Gas Extra Rewards. Just by using your Giant bonus card, you'll save 10 cents per gallon for every $100 you spend. So the more you buy, the more you save. Gas Extra Rewards, fueled by Giant.
Chrysler, Jeep, Nissan, Pre-Owned. The Brenner family of dealerships is proud to support high school sports live. And we've been serving Central PA for over 93 years. We have everything that you're looking for. Great customer service, great pricing and selection, an excellent service department for the life of your vehicle. All at the Brenner family of dealerships on the Carlisle Pike Mechanicsburg and on Paxton Street, Harrisburg. 24/7 at BrennerFamily.com. Serving Central PA for over 93 years.
Welcome back. Marsilio connected to Kobe White. Marsilio 1,000 yards, 11 TDs. Kobe White picks up his 7th TD of the season. And Mixon set to give to Luis Halsey down the right side. Maybe a big play, a great opportunity across the 40-yard line for Susquehanna Township. Just what they need, a little bit of an answer right after another touchdown. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns from Bishop McDevitt if you're just tuning in. Halsey takes the ball across the 42-yard line for Susquehanna Township.
And that's definitely a spark. Special teams comes up big for Susquehanna Township. Will put them in very, very good field position. Now they have to capitalize on this. And we know this offense can move the ball. They can score points. So now they just have to barrel down and do it.
Halsey with 31 yards on that pickup. 7 plays, 86-yard drive, 241 was the last drive for Bishop McDevitt. Kind of matched similar to the first one. It's an end around for Susquehanna Township, Jalik Smith. And then there's flags down, maybe a late hit. Coming up to make the tackle is Malcolm Zimmerman. But that flag is going to go, it looks like, against Bishop McDevitt. Let's take a look at it.
I mean, I'm kind of curious of what this flag is because it seemed legit to me. Okay, you have the tackle, comes up.
I'm not sure. I really don't know. I saw JoJo Heaton and Malcolm Zimmerman come in to make the tackle, but I am not sure.
Well, I know, you know that the player safety is a big thing, and sometimes we've seen it at every level. Some calls you question, especially if you're used to seeing football a certain way, and you have to get used to that,
right?
Because that's the new call. That's the new situation.
4:39 to play. First down and 10. Susquehanna Township with their best field position of the game. The Halsey give. Across the middle. Coming up to make the initial tackle. Number 2, Brandon Standback on the play. Charlie Fortney's Advanced Hoop continues to be the leader in training players for the next level with AAU tryouts approaching November 1st, already for the spring AAU teams. Get your spot. Also, the Jerry Stokes 3vs3 Memorial Tournament is coming up October 25th. Register now at advancedhoops.com. Well, Pac Financial, helping local families build, manage, and protect their retirement savings. Do you have a game plan for retirement? Steve Morazzo is a local advisor who listens and cares. No account too small or large. Call Steve Morazzo at 717-564-6400 and ask about the free, no obligation retirement projection. Back to action, 2nd down and 10, 3:56. There was flags down on the play. Moser looking back, looking long, and man, he zipped the ball in there to Gary Penn, one of his favorite receivers. Wow, was that a throw? That was a ball put on the money between two defenders. Penn making a great catch.
Yeah, and Moser's big time. We saw that. I mean, we've seen it all year. He's been able to do a very, very good job throwing the ball, getting the ball out of his hands. And when he is in rhythm, and you see this in the play, he's 3-step drop, ball comes out, fires out right into the chest of the receiver, gives him time to get upfield and make a play. So just brilliant play when he's in rhythm.
Number 7,
Halsey on the carry up the middle, not much there.
Stopped by a host of Crusaders.
Jenkins coming up to make the tackle. He's playing both ways. You'll hear his name on both sides of the ball. But, man, I tell you what, do they have some hosses down on that defensive line with Miles Turner and those guys. I mean, these are hosses. These are, I mean, I tell you what, they got pro size. They've got pro size.
I think both teams do. I mean, these are two very large teams. They look the part.
Oh, my goodness, did the house come from – man, tell you what, Ben Moser did not have an opportunity. The best thing he could do is cover it up as he came with all kinds of pursuit. And that was everybody all-out blitz. Buddy Pagliaro on the tackle. He's a senior. He's 6'2". He's in 190. Look at just – it looked like the barn door open.
Well, you see the blitz, but it's a cover sack as well. Ben Moser fades back. Coverage is very good on the back end. He has to hold on to the ball, and there you have it.
There's that little screen. He'd like to go to Halsey. Halsey crossing about looks like he'll pick up 7, and he went over across the 25-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, if I'm the head coach, I am circling that play because that had potential for a big gainer if the receiver didn't fall. So I'm circling that play. You definitely want to come back to it, especially as often as Bishop McDevitt is blitzing the quarterback, you have an opportunity in the screen and draw game.
Doug Addix, the pass game coordinator, offensive coordinator for Susquehanna Township, with a good call on the screen. Moser taking a look over to the sidelines. You see that they get a lot of calls down from the box on the sideline. They do it a lot on the field, seeing if they can change that momentum. Throw McDevitt off. 4th down and 5. What a catch. It's on this far side, coming up to make an absolute beautiful hand catch. Alonzo Rivera, the junior, he's only 170 pounds, but look at the hands he have on him.
And Moser gets drilled on this play. And this is a quarterback hanging in there and fires it, stays in rhythm, fires the ball, gets it to his receiver. 1st down completion. The drive continues, and that's what Susquehanna Township.
Now hold up here. Unfortunately, there's flags on the play. We'll see where those go. If you are a Susquehanna Township fan, you kind of hold your breath right here, and you see Coach Heaton coming out talking to his team a little bit. Looks like all intentions say it's going against Susquehanna Township, but we'll see.
Dead ball, personal foul against Susquehanna Township.
Now, dead ball, personal foul against the Tribe. I tell you, right there is the kind of things that when you're a coach, you get absolutely frustrated over.
Yeah, definitely.
Being that it was a dead ball foul, the 1st down from the play will count.
So the 1st down will count.
Will mark the penalty. It will be 1st and 10, Susquehanna.
So you get a new set of downs. The problem is you lose the yardage that you gain from the 1st down, which is definitely something you don't want to do. It negates a very good play by that Tribe offense.
2 minutes to play in this Keystone matchup in the 1st quarter. 1st down and 10. Good news, bad news. Bad news, there's a penalty. Good news, 1st down and 10. 1:50 to play. Oh, Moser looked over for Gary Penn. He wasn't ready. And he had Penn initially, but boy, would have Penn taken a hit over that middle with that Crusader linebacker.
That's dangerous. Those linebackers were there waiting. Penn is giving him an earful a little bit. Hey, man, you got to be a little bit. Hey, hold on to that ball a little bit longer. Let me clear something first. But again, Moser is trying to stay in rhythm. And fans at home, you talk about what does rhythm mean. That means the quarterback. Many times you'll have a 3-step, 5-step, 7-step drop. When that step hits on that 3-step drop, the ball needs to come out. When a quarterback has the opportunity to have that 3-step, they put that 3rd step down, the ball comes out, they're in rhythm. And usually they can deliver a good ball. When that gets interrupted, out of rhythm, they can deliver a bad ball.
Pass complete.
Over
the right side to Jalik Smith, Moser looking at, actually, Moser's done a great job mixing the field with his receivers. He's thrown to 4 to 5 different receivers tonight.
He definitely is. And again, we've seen what he can do throwing the ball. He's a short quarterback, but he plays tall. And that shotgun formation, that spread offense, gives him the ability to survey the field, and he's able to have throwing lanes even being short.
Oh, Halsey coming across the middle. But boy, coming up to make a great hit on the play. That is number 31 coming up to make that tackle. That is Vinny Salamone.
And again, Susquehanna Township, as good as they can throw the ball, you have to keep that Bishop McDevitt defense honest by running the ball. You have to run it from time to time as well, because if you don't do that, then you're going to be one-dimensional. So it's good to at least put that in there.
Play action, stepping up through the pocket as Moser running to the right side and being scrambled down and being chased down and tackled from the behind, number 52, Anthony Long, a junior. And when we keep saying junior, it feels like we've called Anthony Long's name for so many years. Only a junior. That's going to pretty much wind down that first quarter. It's under 28 seconds now, under 29, excuse me.
This is a good drive, I think, for Susquehanna Township, because, again, it keeps that Bishop McDevitt offense off the field that you cannot stop. So the biggest thing, though, is you need to come away with points and get this first down.
Well, we have an official timeout. We're going to come back with more football. Don't go anywhere after these messages.
Today, we have some breaking news on the West Shore. Some spraining, twisting, popping news. It appears that Mechanicsburg is getting a state-of-the-art OSS orthopedic urgent care. This is what we know so far. OSS urgent care is much faster than the emergency room. All patients will be seen by orthopedic experts. Costs are typically less. And OSS is open 7 days a week. Remember, if you have a sprain, pop, or break to report, go right to the experts. OSS Orthopedic Urgent Care. 2 great locations, York and now Mechanicsburg. Now that's some good news.
Matchup. Roscoe Warner Field, 13 points put on the board, a missed point after by Mixon. If you're just tuning in with us, 13 points for Bishop McDevitt. 4th down and 3 for Susquehanna Township. The ball spotted on the 24-yard line of Bishop McDevitt. Red zone opportunity. And the importance of coming up with a score here, as you said, Jerome, I mean, it just, as Moser's starting to get into rhythm, and by the way, you're kind of in your rhythm too, by the way. I just want to let you know. You're talking about the 3-step, the 5-step, 7-step drop. I can see when you get, if we're going to explain rhythm, you got kind of in a rhythm there too with Moser.
Well, hey, it's big, quarterbacks, and especially now, you have quarterbacks nowadays, these past 5 years have been more and more trained to throw the ball well.
Big 33 Football Classic is the Super Bowl of high school football. There has never been a Super Bowl played without a Big 33 alumni. The 58th annual Big 33 Football Classic is June 20th, 2015 at Hershey Park Stadium. Visit big33.org. Well, it's a turnover on downs for Susquehanna Township. It was a 4th down and 3. The pass did not connect from Moser. And that's going to give Bishop McDevitt the ball. And, you kind of hate to see it if you're a Tribe fan, because they really put a great drive together.
It definitely was a good drive. But, again, we keep talking about Bishop McDevitt's offense. Their defense is good, too. They have playmakers over there. And I think they sometimes get overshadowed by how good that offense is. And we just saw when the going gets tough, they made a stop.
Jenkins on the left side. He's going to hurtle over the defensive line. Coming up to make that tackle for Susquehanna Township.
Brought down by number 61.
That's
Corey Jett Jr.
That's Corey Jett Jr. coming up to make the tackle. He's only a freshman. Corey Jett, you might know his father played at Penn State University. Corey Jett's a freshman, 5'10", 250 pounds. That's a big one. But that's going to end the first quarter, and that's 13 points put on the board by Bishop McDevitt, Susquehanna Township. More second quarter action after these messages.
Advanced Hoops Spring AAU season was historical, as teams at every level won championship after championship. Team PA boys and girls won at the national level, beating some of the best teams in the country.
This fall on November 1st, players from all over the region will be trying out for our 2015 spring teams. Register for tryouts now at advancedhoops.com.
HoffmanFord.com, turning the World Wide Web into the World Wide Wow. Find the newer pre-owned Ford you want right now from your computer. Shop online 24/7, 365. And our exclusive inventory is updated daily. With hundreds of new and used vehicles, you're sure to find the one that clicks. Hoffman Ford, Harrisburg's premium Ford dealer for 60 years. Click on or come by.
We return to action at Roscoe Warner Field. Marsilio to the right side, running down the sideline and moving full speed ahead. What when you got so many playmakers. First of all, Tyrone Gibson catches the pass on the right side. It's 2-3. It's a great way to be very confident as a quarterback. You just dump it off 3 yards away and let your receivers run with it.
Well, I mean, that's what the spread offense is about. I mean, you get it into your playmakers and you see the speed, athleticism that there is. And sometimes, you can spread an offense out, and each receiver, the receivers and the running backs are all superior athletes. That has been the wave of the spread offense. We've gotten away from that wing T option football from the wishbone, from the flex bone. It's all about getting the ball and spreading it around.
That was 26 yards on the last play. That's Jenkins up the middle. So you go back to second down. You get a 26-yard pickup from Marsilio to Gibson, and then you turn back and give Jenkins the ball. And look at the hole that Jenkins has.
Yeah,
just a lot of room to run.
Just a train, and once you have a train like that getting steam, defensive backs, you don't want to tackle.
No, it's hard.
So it puts a lot of pressure, a lot of strain on your defensive backfield when he's not even being touched within 5 yards before anyone gets to him. So that's the problem that Susquehanna Township has right now in trying to defend this multifaceted Bishop McDevitt offense.
Second down, a first down and 10, Marsilio rolling out to the right side. He's going to throw to the end zone, and that's going to be intercepted, and that's going to be the turnover. A really, really great stop for Susquehanna Township. Jumping and really excited on the play, and rain's coming down. Look at the dancing by Susquehanna Township. Making the interception was Jalik Smith.
Well, there it is. It began. We knew that rain was coming, but this was not a good decision by Marsilio. He throws it almost across his body as a Hail Mary. It's double teamed in the end zone. And again, one of the positives with when a team gets closer and closer to the red zone, you have a lot less space to work with, and it's better for the defense at that point. So in that situation, you had two defensive backs able to double team that play in the rain and make the play.
Jalik Smith went up and made a great interception on that play. As you see the rain coming down on your screen. Ill-advised throw intended for number 82, Bryce Hall, the junior. Shotgun formation for the Tribe. Giving the right side carry. That's Shaquan Shepard. He's going to pick up a couple.
And again, you have to try to establish a running game. You can't become one-dimensional. So I like the idea of Susquehanna Township continuing to run the ball. You have to do that.
Carry correction on that play. That was Silas Pope on that play. Silas played. He was a backup quarterback, JV quarterback. Now he's turned at tailback, but Moser's pass almost intercepted by JoJo Heaton, and that would have really made his father upset. Well, you think that you get a little extra drive playing your dad? You know what I mean?
Well,
Dad, I'm going to get you tonight.
Yeah, probably. He's there and he's doing what he needs to do. And, Heaton looks at his son. He knows football, and you can imagine his son knows football as well. And that's why he's playing.
Well, he's playing for Jeff Wechter, but Coach Heaton, I'm sure, does a lot of coaching at home, too, for JoJo Heaton. So does his mom, Susie. If you know Susie, she does a lot of coaching at home, too. She coaches Joe and JoJo. Flags down everywhere. Was that a late hit by Miles Turner coming up and making a hit on Moser?
Definitely was a late hit on Moser by number 45, Miles Turner. And Miles Turner, he brings it as a defensive tackle when he comes up, makes a hit. And again, we talked about player safety, and this is one of the reasons why. You want to make sure that you're protecting players the best you can in a very violent sport.
Well, Moser, I give him a lot of credit. He's a tough kid. He's taken some hits tonight. I've seen him take hits through the years. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Susquehanna Township, you start seeing the momentum changing a little bit. They're starting to put some things together. You know they're not going to back down in this ball game.
No, they're not going to back down. And again, they have the offensive firepower to do some damage. They have to get consistent, continue to go forward, and try to limit a negative plays.
Silas Pope bouncing around, and Halsey's been getting some carries. Now Pope getting some carries. And right now, that might be that one spot you circle in that Township lineup is different guys getting carries. They've always had a featured back through the years.
Well, on that play, Miles Turner got some instant penetration. That usually kills your running game when a defensive tackle comes almost unblocked into your backfield.
Moser looking downfield. Who he has? Jaquan Blair across the 20, across the 10. Touchdown, 62-yard hookup. And look at the crowd of Susquehanna Township. They are here tonight still rooting on their team. Touchdown, Tribe.
And that was a big play, and we've talked about it over and over again. This offense can strike, and they did strike on this play. Moser, he matures and gets more and more comfortable as a quarterback every time you see him. He delivers a perfect ball in stride. That's what you want. That's pinpoint accuracy on the deep ball. Very impressive.
They went to JoJo Heaton's side, and Jaquan Blair got in the secondary. Now, he's a kid that you talked about playing at the next level. Point after. Jonah Williams' point after is up and good. 13-7. Susquehanna Township back in the game. 9:57 to play. Take a look at this one right in your front door.
Beautiful pass. It's right.
You already know your Giant bonus card is a great way to bag real savings on groceries. But it does so much more, like helping you pump up your fuel discount with Gas Extra Rewards. Just by using your Giant bonus card, you'll save 10 cents per gallon for every $100 you spend. So the more you buy, the more you save. Gas Extra Rewards, fueled by Giant.
No matter the season, when it's time to gear up, you've got to get to Kelly's Sports. Kelly's Sports. Top quality sports equipment for the field, the rink, the court, and more. Matched with the experience and knowledge to help you get the winning edge. Plus all the latest styles from Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. And the large selection of name brand athletic footwear. Local sports team members get 10% off all purchases. Kelly's Sports. In the High Point Commons, Harrisburg. Or visit online at kellysports.com.
Well, welcome back to Roscoe Warner Field. We're going to the Giant Food High School student section. Thank you tonight for Giant Food sponsoring that student section. And there's a lot of rowdy people, and I know somebody in the front row. I actually know some of those kids very well. Tonight they're very rowdy. The faces painted. They've got their red and white on. Thank you, Giant, for the student section. I always like to go to the students and let them get that opportunity to get a little face on the screen.
Well, I know we didn't get a chance to see you get your cheerleader on.
Yeah, I had some of that going on earlier.
And you actually did one of the cheers with the cheerleader. And I was impressed with the movement, man. You had some skills, man.
I'm not just a pretty
just
face.
Talented. I'm just impressed.
Williams' kick is going to be picked up and taken back and returned by Callie. Callie's getting pretty much gang tackled. Gary Penn coming up to make the tackle. And you see that momentum. 5 plays, 80 yards, 119 they had it, and touchdown, 62 yards to Jaquan Blair. And what a great hookup for Susquehanna Township. And don't go anywhere. We talked about this, Jerome, but let's go inside. You know, you've got some practical things. Bishop McDevitt's been tough to stop. The Tribe has really struggled against that running game.
They're really struggling against the running game. I mean, and Marcilio's pass, errant throw, which gave the Tribe the opportunity in the pass game, which was a mistake. But overall, though, there has been no stopping this offense.
Marcilio gives to Jenkins, coming up to make the tackle. Number 44 on the play for Susquehanna Township, Jameer Thomas. He's only a sophomore. Now listen, we're talking freshman, sophomore, Total passing yards tonight for Bishop McDevitt. Look at the numbers, inside the numbers, 143 in Susquehanna Township, 106.
And you highlighted it. Again, this is a very, very young team for Susquehanna Township. And, you know, these kids are learning each day that they play. Chances are, as the season goes on, they are very battle-tested, though. When you look at the competition of teams that they have played, they're going to be a lot better as the season goes on.
Bishop McDevitt's averaging over 275 on the offensive line. Flags are down. What a nifty move. That's Callie over the left side, and I don't know if that's going to come back.
Taken out of bounds by number 2, Draquan Banks. So there's a flag on the play.
So Draquan Banks comes up to make the tackle, but that's going to go against McDevitt, bring it back. It was a 2nd down and 6. You see the Susquehanna Township Indians pointing back. But let's just take another look, and you mentioned offensive line play, the victory into the trenches. That's where you see it a lot. But look at Kendrick Lewis. He's 305 pounds. Rector, 255. 295 for Anthony Long. And right there, they get time for the quarterback, and they get these types of plays, but there was a flag down on this play holding by Bishop McDevitt.
And you talk about that. That's a good-sized line. I mean, that's the size of some Division II offensive lines.
Mitch Ward.
You're seeing guys that are good size, big. Some of these guys are pro or pro-size offensive linemen.
6'3", 285 pounds in Mitch Ward. Jalon Mitchell is 6'2", 275. And they're going up against freshman, sophomore tonight. And these guys are doing a pretty good job. Well, I don't know. The pressure was on. Susquehanna Township brought it by number 50 on the play, J.J. Johnson. And then Long Tran came up to make the tackle.
And I tell you, Tran was in good position, and he was not fooled by that screen play, came to the outside, and he read it very well and was able to break that up, blow that play up right before it gets started. You see the screen get ready to develop. Marcel throws the ball, and there you see Susquehanna Township defender sitting there waiting to defend that.
I think Anthony Long jumped up and tried to catch that pass, and it was intended for Jenkins.
Good athletic play.
And, you know, every lineman always wants to be a receiver or quarterback. You ever notice that? Marsilio back to pass. Shotgun, the pressure on. He steps up into a pocket beautifully. Fires down the field. On the money to Kobe White across the 30, the 20. He's going to go untouched. Touchdown, Bishop McDevitt. 89-yard hookup.
And that's exactly what you didn't want to happen if you're Susquehanna Township. The touchdown that you just got, it seemed to energize this team, but then when it comes down to it, player for player, Kobe White gets behind. You have no pressure. Marsilio is able to sidestep, takes a step forward, fires the ball, pinpoint accuracy, similar to what Ben did the last play. Ben Moser, completion, big play to your big playmaker.
He pretty much walked into the end zone. Beautiful play, blown coverage. Mixon set to point after, 8:48 in the second quarter. He missed his last point after. The hold is down. It's up, and it's good. Put 20 points on the board for Bishop McDevitt. Susquehanna Township 7 right here in your living room. We'll be back with more of this after these messages.
There's a place where kids really connect to learning. Commonwealth Connections Academy. It's a tuition-free, fully accredited online public school where students find devoted, enthusiastic teachers like never before. Commonwealth Connections Academy, the online public school.
Shift of momentum. So you welcome back. McDevitt's last drive was 3 plays, 78 yards, 109. Or excuse me, 109. They didn't have it long. It didn't take long for Marsilio. Go to play action, stepped up in the pocket beautifully and fired down the field to Kobe White, who's wide open.
And again, we talked about it in the pregame. Bishop McDevitt can beat you many ways. And some would say you pick your poison against them. My thing is, why not try to take away one of their go-to things? And if it's the running game, you stack the line of scrimmage and you try to take it away. If it's the passing game, you sit back in a deep, deep zone and you really try to force Bishop McDevitt into something different. The problem is you can do all that and still struggle.
Ron Marsico, November the 4th. Vote Ron Marsico. He is protecting our families, getting Pennsylvania back to work, and making government work for us. A proven record, a trusted name. Paid for by friends of Ron Marsico. Man, oh man, they just do it in so many ways. They do it on the ground, they do it in the air, they do it with defense. Bishop McDevitt, Susquehanna Township, Keystone rival matchup here. First down and 10, 8:48 to play in the second quarter. Moser looking over the sidelines to get the play. They went to JoJo Heaton's side last time. They hooked up Jaquan Blair, 67 yards. Moser's going to come to the backside. Looked like it was going to be a type of a screen setup over there. It didn't quite happen. It was covered very well by Bishop McDevitt. Coming up to make the tackle is Jenkins and Turner.
Moser's pass complete to number
Again, you see
7.
the secondary come up and just make a brilliant play. And this defense, they are good. They can do a very good job of stifling any offense out there. Again, they sometimes get overrated. You get a good look at that Bishop McDevitt sideline as they're getting very excited about what they're seeing from their team.
Second down and 10. The ball will be on the 20-yard line. Oh, that's going to be picked off by JoJo Heaton. He's going to cross the 20.
That's a 6.
He's going to cross the 10. And it's going to be a touchdown. JoJo Heaton coming back to haunt the Susquehanna Township tribe. And boy, oh boy, he's getting looks from Wisconsin in a lot of places. Do you see how quick? Not only did he jump that pass route, knew it was coming this direction, and well, you knew he was going to be untouched.
Well, it looks like there was miscommunication between the quarterback, Ben Moser, and the receiver, and Heaton just happened to be the benefactor of that. But he catches the ball, and he's able to get upfield and atone for that big play that was given up. That's what you want to do as a cornerback. You have a short memory. You have to come back as soon as possible and make a play. He didn't just get the interception. He got a pick 6. That's huge.
And that's JoJo Heaton won and Tribe won. They went to his side last time, 67-yard hookup. He comes back, jumps that one, and walks right into the end zone with the touchdown. Mixon set to kick. Seems like we're saying this a lot more now. 8:05 to play. The hold is down. The point after is up and good. And just like that, they do it in so many ways. We'll be back with more after these messages.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Chrysler, Jeep, Nissan, Pre-Owned. The Brenner family of dealerships is proud to support high school sports live. And we've been serving Central PA for over 93 years. We have everything that you're looking for. Great customer service, great pricing and selection, an excellent service department for the life of your vehicle. All at the Brenner family of dealerships on the Carlisle Pike Mechanicsburg and on Paxton Street, Harrisburg. 24/7 at BrennerFamily.com. Serving Central PA for over 93 years.
Well, that last McDevitt interception by JoJo Heaton went for 31 yards for a touchdown. 27 on the board for Bishop McDevitt, 7 for Susquehanna. 8:05 to play here in the second quarter. First down and 10 will shortly be coming up, and they really need to make something happen when they get the ball. Mixon's kick. It's going to be Housey back to receive it. It's going to take a weird bounce. He's going to pick it up. He started one way, went the other way. He's going to pick up a few more, get back to about the 15-yard line.
And he did what he could. I mean, that ball, if it would have went dead out of bounds, it would have been further back. So he was able to pick up at least some of that yardage. It wasn't a bad idea to pick that ball up. So good job on his part. Good decision.
Number 14, Jock Jackson.
SMX has immediate warehouse positions available at our Carlisle, Lewisburg, and Middlesex locations. Come apply with SMX at apply.smjobs.com. Immediate positions available on both day and night shifts. Pay starts up to $12.75 an hour. That's apply.smjobs.com. SMX is an equal opportunity employer.
It's not bad. $12.75.
You know, I mean, you need a good part-time job.
Not
it's
bad.
a good, solid job.
Not bad at all.
First down and 10. 7:59 to play. Moser and his team's backed up to the 15-yard line. The give is to Housey over the right side. Heaton come up to make the initial tackle.
Brought down by number 6, JoJo Heaton Jr.
And that's Malcolm Zimmerman coming up with the assistant tackle as well. Quick sprint right side, and I mean, he ran hard. You got to give him credit.
Yeah. And again, you have to test that running game so you don't become one-dimensional.
Second down and 1 for Housey. Housey's going to stiff arm, going to pick up a few, be kicked out of bounds by JoJo Heaton.
And again, I mean, the running game does many things, especially when you can establish it. The first thing it does is it really gives you an opportunity to gain some control of the offense. And here, there was a possibility of face mask. I don't think it was. I think it was just a hand on the face mask, but that wasn't called by the official.
Moser going back to Housey across the right side. Housey's going to pick up a few. And one thing that you see is just you see some of that rawness in that offensive line by Susquehanna Township, not quite holding the blocks, getting the body on it. But
I'll tell you, this is the best. This is the best that I've seen with running the ball since the beginning of the game. So I think right now they're trying to just establish a running game, which I think really gives you an opportunity to kind of slow this game down a little bit.
Moser back to pass with some time, maybe more time than he's had, but flags are down.
That's dangerous.
And then Turner coming up, making a tackle.
Tough kid, tough kid.
And that flag's going to go. There's another flag on the play, and I think that's going to get Miles Turner, and that's his second personal foul of the night. And if that's his second, I don't know. He's going over to the bench now. He took his helmet off. Will he be ejected from the game, I'm thinking?
Well, they'll definitely let us know.
Moser had more time, but there was holding. You see those flags down. That was the first flag. And then Turner comes up. Well, he didn't quite. He got hit by somebody on the backside. He got a little bit mad about it and pushed. And then that right there, two-hander.
Yeah.
He comes up and takes two hands to the helmet.
Right.
And that's what's going to.
That could be an ejection.
That was Marquise Wright that he came up and hit. We'll have to see after this is all figured out here. We got holding on Susquehanna Township.
We have a dead ball. Personal foul against McDevitt.
No, we're trying to steal our defensive.
Penalties will be administered. Initially, they walk off the holding, and then they will add the personal foul 15 yards.
Yeah, you can't get away with the personal foul. You're going to walk off that holding call, come back with the personal foul.
And that should be that will probably be a first down.
It'll be a first down, and the ball will be spotted around, the 35-yard line.
And again, people, players, if you're not playing today, you play tomorrow. Remember, the retaliation always gets caught. So you got to be careful with that. You have to be able to keep your cool and not deliver a blow, because sometimes that becomes an ejection, and you can't finish the game.
Trips over on that left side. Moser setting up the screen really well, throws it a little bit high, and he goes to Silas Pope, who's going to pick up a lot and move the chains for Susquehanna Township. That'll be a first down for the Tribe.
And again, what slows down pressure is the ability for you to either run the ball, screen, or draws. And this was a beautiful middle screen play that really caught Bishop McDevitt off guard, and you're able to get the first down from it. That slows up pressure if you can do that effectively.
First down and 10. Give again. Silas Pope running really hard, crossing over the 50-yard line, doing a very good job.
And there's the second thing that you can do is run the ball. So I like seeing Susquehanna Township, even being down 27-7, continue to run the ball. That's important.
Silas Pope's only a sophomore as well. Second down and 7. The ball is right on the 50-yard line, right in the middle of the field, on that beautiful Tribe emblem. Second down and 7, actually. About 5:55 to play. The give to Silas Pope across the right side, across the 50-yard line, running hard. Coming up to make the tackle, number 9 on the play, and that's Alex Marsico.
It'll be third down and 2 for Susquehanna at the McDevitt 45-yard line.
Going to bring up a third down and short for Susquehanna Township. Ball is on the 45-yard line. Make it third down and 1. Give to Pope. Pope going across the 40-yard line. He's going to pick up the first down and stay on his feet across the 20-yard line. Still on his feet, rumbling down to the 15-yard line. A very good pickup by Silas Pope. 28 yards on the carry.
And they found something in this running game. Very impressed with the running, the blocking by this offensive line. They're actually doing a very good job of getting to the second level and giving the running back an opportunity to sustain some yardage in the run game. So very good job by this Susquehanna Township offense.
Silas Pope again, across the middle, putting his head down and carrying a whole bunch of Bishop McDevitt Crusaders. Coming up to make the tackle, number 55 for Bishop McDevitt, Derek Lutez.
And it's just got hat on a hat, get north and south. Pope gets north and south very well in that play and just continuing to establish this running game.
They found something in the Sarge Silas Pope tonight. Oh, ball thrown a little bit high by Moser, intended for Jaquan Blair. That is one of his favorite hookups. And it's going to be incomplete, third down and 6.
Blair has to bring that in. That looked like it went right through his hand.
Let's take a look again, and I thought it was pretty high. It was a tough one to catch.
He's high, but he's a tall receiver. Yeah, that was a little difficult, so I don't put that on him. You want to get that down a little bit if you're a quarterback. But again, you know, they need that play to make.
Well, we got a timeout on the field. We'll be back after these messages.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invika has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invika is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invika, providing affordable HD video solutions.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two. It's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Well, if you're just tuning in, it's 27-7, 4:48 to play. Bishop McDevitt. Silas Pope, 10 carries. This series, 71 yards. He has 51 yards on the play. On the night, they found the sophomore running back who's been actually really running very hard. As you said, he's putting his shoulder down, squaring away, and running. That was Moser on the keeper up the middle.
And again, you know, getting north-south, that's what you need to do. Not dancing around. Get the ball, get upfield, give your offensive lineman the opportunity to lay themselves on some defensive linemen and move them out the way. For offensive linemen, running the ball is something they love to do because it entails you know who to block and you move them out the way.
Well, 30-yard attempt by Jonah Williams is coming on, the sophomore kicker. Coach Eaton has a lot of confidence in him. There's the hold down. It's a wet night. Flags are down. The kick was up and good, but it may be going against, well, it's no good actually. It may be going against Susquehanna Township, which would back him up. And I don't know, you still kick it? Back him up?
It's no good. It'll be declined.
The result of the play will be 1st and 10, McDevitt at their own 13-yard line.
Well, it'll be 1st down and 10. The ball will be spotted on the 13-yard line for Bishop McDevitt. Now, Jonah Williams had plenty of foot.
Correction, 1st and 10 at the 20.
27 points tonight in the first quarter here for Bishop McDevitt. Now, they scored on their first 2 possessions. Susquehanna Township came back, rallied back, made it 13-7, and an interception and a few other plays. A Kobe White 80-yard hookup, 89-yard hookup from Marsilio to Kobe White, and that's where we are at 27-7. Jenkins carrying on the right side. He's been a workhorse tonight. Now, we have heard that Andre Robinson, the senior, the 5'10", 210 Penn State recruit, 210-pound recruit, is available if needed. Now, he's played 1 game this year, at the beginning of the year, I think. But here's Kobe White's stats. 4 receptions, 170 yards tonight with 3 TDs already. That puts him at 10 touchdowns on the year.
And that's a lot of big plays right there.
That is a big playmaker right there. And Kobe White is only a junior.
And I think him and Marsilio have a very good connection with each other. You can tell that they really are in sync as receiver and quarterback.
Well, he comes on the other side, 1st down. That's going to be a 1st down. That's Callie on the other side. Coming up to make the tackle is Isaiah Ramsey. And that's a 28-yard hookup from Marsilio to Callie.
And you see the size of these receivers. They go up and get the ball against these smaller corners. And it's just, you're seeing this at the high school level. And that's why the 5'8", 5'9" corner, I mean, you're not seeing as many of them because you need to match up. So you're starting to see these corners get bigger.
Marsilio on the slant. He's going to connect to another receiver. His 5th on the night. He's really moving the ball around. Hall on the catch.
We talked about Ben Moser being in rhythm. Marsilio is in rhythm as well. There is no pressure, coming at him at all. So he's able to put the ball on the money, just sitting back there without any pressure in his face.
1st down and 10. The ball's going to be on the 31-yard line for Bishop McDevitt. Marsilio with twins to his left. He puts Kobe White in motion. And he's got White coming across the field. Coming up making a pretty good open field tackle. was Jalik Smith. Now, you know, you put him in motion, you almost knew they were going to go to him there on that play.
Yeah,
Take a look at it
definitely.
here.
I mean, the one thing about McDevitt you got to worry about, though, is they are very well coached. So you can see the motion, and then they can go the other way, too. So, you know, you got to play it honest. Good defensive back play. You make the tackle, and that's the big thing. That's the problem that we've seen from Susquehanna Township, not being able to make the tackle.
Jenkins on the right side, 2nd down and 2. That's going to move the chains. That's going to be a 1st down. He has been an absolute workhorse since Robertson went down after the first game. Now, Robertson has 132 yards on the year with a touchdown.
And again, you don't have to rush Robertson back. You're talking about this kid has a career outside of, you know, once he graduates. So you don't have to rush him back. You have the talent. Let him get healthy, and when he's ready to come back, he'll come back and contribute to your team.
Marsilio looking downfield. Callie holds the ball up. Touchdown, Bishop McDevitt. And my goodness, they opened up every bit of the arsenal tonight in the playbook. Put another one on the board for the Crusaders.
And again, look at the size difference between receiver and defensive backs that are trying to cover them. And you just see they're not able to do anything against them. And a very, very good pass in sync with your quarterback. Marcelo throws it up. He knows right where to put it, only where his receiver can get it. And there he has it. Touchdown.
They went to Alonzo Rivero's side, the junior. And there are his flags. That's going to back it up. It's going to be against Bishop McDevitt. It's not going to be a touchdown. Pull it down off the board. We got 1:58 to play here before halftime.
Wow, so that comes back.
Coming up at halftime, we have an interview with Pac Financial Steve Marazzo. Stay tuned for stats, figures, out on our halftime show. Marsilio in the shotgun, looking down on the slant. He's going to connect with Kobe White.
I'll tell you what, he is really looking good right now. But there we have some more stuff. There's some more stuff. And this is uncalled for, guys. It really is.
Yeah, this is, I know a lot of the coaching staff's now out on the field. There's Big Lamar Banks. Athletic directors on the field, Coach Heaton and his staff trying to get his guys back, so this just doesn't break out to be something a whole lot more here. And it just is, you don't want to see this happen.
You definitely don't. I mean, unfortunately, this was brewing. We saw a couple of late hit penalties early on. We saw a retaliation situation from Bishop McDevitt. And now, you know, you have almost a bench clearing brawl. So I think right now the officials definitely want to get this game under control.
Coach Heaton's talking, and he's going to find out what's going on here with the referees, and nobody's happy right now. And you got to understand, there has been some late hits. There's been some messy play. Coach Rector and Joe Heaton is just going to discuss it.
And that's what I like to see coaches, you know, you see the assistant coaches for Susquehanna Township got the whole team together. Bring everybody together, and let's talk about this. Let's get guys to clear their head and get themselves. It's good to get hype, but you have to be smart. Both sides have to do that. You know, you have to play smart football. And smart football is not taking penalties like that and getting yourself riled up. But you see Susquehanna Township trying to get excited and use that.
Well, we'll get more after this. We're going to take a break here and iron it up these messages.
HoffmanFord.com, turning the World Wide Web into the World Wide Wow. Find the newer pre-owned Ford you want right now from your computer. Shop online 24/7, 365. And our exclusive inventory is updated daily. With hundreds of new and used vehicles, you're sure to find the one that clicks. Hoffman Ford, Harrisburg's premium Ford dealer for 60 years. Click on or come by.
Advanced Hoops Spring AAU season was historical, as teams at every level won championship after championship. Team PA boys and girls won at the national level, beating some of the best teams in the country.
This fall, on November 1st, players from all over the region will be trying out for our 2015 spring teams. Register for tryouts now at advancedhoops.com.
Well, we're going to have to, if you're just tuning in with us, we're going to have to weed out. We've got some injections out. We've got both penalties assessed to both teams. Unsportsmanlike conduct. There was a big scuffle. Coaches went out to talk about it. Coach Heaton, Coach Wechter is good friends, and you remember Coach Heaton's, you know, that's the coach, his son. Right. JoJo's being, you know, so obviously there's friendship between them. But this is a Keystone rival, and you know, you got some young players on the field in both areas. You got kids that lose their head. We're talking about 16, 17-year-olds. But we did hear that we're going to have some ejections, and they're going to iron these ejections out right now. But at this point in time, it looks like both are coming out. But we'll be back right after a short break here.
Chrysler, Jeep, Nissan, Pre-Owned. The Brenner family of dealerships is proud to support high school sports live. And we've been serving Central PA for over 93 years. We have everything that you're looking for. Great customer service, great pricing and selection, an excellent service department for the life of your vehicle. All at the Brenner family of dealerships on the Carlisle Pike in Mechanicsburg and on Paxton Street, Harrisburg. 24/7 at BrennerFamily.com. Serving Central PA for over 93 years.
Well, we were ironing things out. We got 1:50 to play here at halftime, 27-7. We've had plenty of action, aerial assault, running game. We've had some momentum breakers and changes. Susquehanna Township got back in the game at 13-7, then they've had a few mistakes. Some blown coverage. Kobe White picking up a big touchdown, 89 yards. JoJo Heaton taking a 32-yard touchdown back. Interception, and now we're 27-7, but we have double penalties assessed to both teams on a little scuffle, and now we did.
Penalties, it will be third down and 14 for McDevitt.
And again, you don't want to see ejections. I think that's big. You know, when you lose some guys for the game, especially Susquehanna Township, if you have key guys that you're losing, you already have some guys that are out due to injury, which have made you very young. So you're now in a situation where you're going to be down a couple of guys possibly because of the ejections.
Third down 15, the ball on the 23-yard line in Indian territory for Bishop McDevitt. Flags again. Man, it's getting really messy now.
Yeah, I think that was just an offsides penalty on one of the receivers jumped too early. So, you know, that's something that happens within the game. You don't want that to happen, but there you have it.
It's a great shot of Andre Robinson on the sideline. It must be just tough for him to have to watch.
Well, he has his helmet off, and, you know, you could tell. I mean, why would you put him in if he's not 100% healthy?
Yeah.
Let him get a chance to get some warming up. That's what you saw, and now you sit him. You know, he's already knows where he's going. You have a good thing going. You need him for the stretch run, not now.
Callie jumped off sides. That's Kyrie Callie who jumped up. Well, he went a little early. 1:28 to play, third down 15. Marcilio back to pass, looking down the sideline, and his pass is going to be incomplete.
Marcilio's pass intended for number 82 falls incomplete.
Hall's pass, or Marcilio's pass to Hall was incomplete. It'll be a fourth down for Bishop McDevitt. We'll see what they do here. They're in fourth down territory. Want to go to your playbook here, make a call?
Well, I mean, there isn't too. I mean, you can concede and maybe run the ball and just get closer for a field opportunity, or you try to see if you can get deep, get the change. And it looks like they're going for this, and they're going to go deep. You know, you don't go for a fourth down play and run a running play when you have 15 yards to go.
Looking in the end zone, pass a little high, intended for Hall, just a little over his hand. He got a hand on it. Great coverage on the play, and coming up to make that coverage is Alonzo Rivera.
And I'll tell you, that's the one thing, you know, when you have a brawl situation that happens, it can do one of two things. It can energize the team, or it can take you out of sync. And that's what you see from what has happened to Bishop McDevitt. They seem like their offense went out of sync right after that. They had the touchdown that got called back. Then they have a couple of plays, and then you have the situation that happens and get ejections. And now Marcilio is not really in rhythm like he once was. And turnover on down, Susquehanna Township gets the ball back.
Well, one thing with all these injuries to Siegel and Caruso and Burno, these guys that are playing for Susquehanna Township, it's giving a lot of these young guys a chance against a really good state contender team. This does nothing but build experience. Silas Pope on the right side. Turner comes up and tackles him and wrestles him down like a wild grizzly bear.
And I'll tell you, Turner is a beast in the middle, and he's a hard defensive tackle to move. You know, he's very hard to move, and he gets penetration. That's what I like about him.
Yeah.
He gets off the ball really quick. So you have a big guy in the middle that's hard to block and hard to move off his base that can get that penetration. He's always going to be hard to stop.
Moser looking downfield, throwing the ball on the money to Jaquan Blair. That's going to be caught across the 50-yard line with 42 seconds to play. And you hear the Susquehanna Township crowd. They have not given up on this team tonight at all.
You would never think that it's 27-7 if you're here today, folks at home. I mean, right now, Susquehanna Township, their crowd is energized. They're behind this team. They feel they're in the game, so that's a good thing for them.
Boy, don't you miss those Friday nights after the ball games, going to the pizza shops, hanging out, you know, all that cool stuff that comes around high school football. We have it all here tonight. Now, there's going to be a timeout on the field. It's going to be Susquehanna Township taking their last one of the half. And it's going to be a 30-second, well, they got 30 seconds to play. Let's take a look at this. A beautiful pass play. Moser throws the ball. It's a little bit, well, I mean, he threw it where he needed to. He threw it out in the hands of Jaquan Blair, went out and got it.
Yeah, that was Blair making a play, a deliberate ball that Ben put only where his receiver can get it. He gets it for the first down. Every pass play doesn't have to be a touchdown, but it was a substantial yardage on the play. And you get to see the variations of the throws that Ben Moser can give you.
Well, Susquehanna Township will have a first down and 10. The ball is at the 47-yard line. There's going to be 30 seconds to play. Now, in their last possession, they brought Jonah Williams on for a 30-yard field goal. There was flags. He missed the field goal. The crowd hasn't gone anywhere. There's a good-sized crowd over there on the McDevitt side, but more importantly, it's packed over here on the Susquehanna Township side. We're on the Roscoe Warner Indian Tribe side, up in the booth, staying out of the rain.
Definitely.
Moser looking downfield. His pass to Jaquan Blair, and it's going to be pass interference. It's on JoJo Heaton's side. They're going to call it on JoJo.
And then you see, I mean, just initial good coverage, and then you saw the contact right at the end of the play on Heaton. And I actually think Heaton was in. It was a tough call. Heaton was in good position, but hey, the officials made the call.
A lot of times you see that bump, that little bump after the pass was overthrown, was uncatchable. You don't see that call. The call goes in favor of the tribe, and that's going to give them an opportunity here right before half.
It definitely will. I think many of the Susquehanna Township players was seeming like this was the NFL, where it's a spot foul, where you just get the ball right there. It's like, nah, it's not. It's 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. You do get the first down, though.
I like those spot fouls.
Well, it depends, man, because sometimes, you know, you just throw up a Hail Mary 80 yards and then somebody bumps somebody, all of a sudden they get an 80-yard penalty. Right. I always thought that those spot fouls could be very tricky.
On an uncatchable pass anyway. So
wow.
Moser just scrambled around for his life, and he had pursuit by a whole bunch of guys. And Miles Turner just really does a lot of
You see more drama.
Now, that was a late hit somewhere because somebody came in on the screen there and it hit somebody. I don't know. Artis Payne was on the takedown of the tackle, but we'll see what happened here. Susquehanna actually takes their last time out. 16 seconds to go here. They got a second down to 14. The ball spotted on the 42-yard line. Maybe we'll take another look here, Jerome, and see what we saw. Now, Moser had pressure by Turner. Turner's was busting through the lane. He's having a tough time being blocked. Artis Payne comes up and make a tackle, and then I thought I saw something right in here. Oh, just a push. Just a push and a flop.
You saw a flop at the end of that. and that's a good no call. I think
Devin
the
Evans.
officials saw that and say, no, we're not giving you that.
We're going to give Devin Evans a SAG award on that acting job. So on behalf of the Screen Actors Guild, we'd like to give you that one, Devin. And you know what? He's just trying to draw a foul. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, right?
Yeah, and it's been testy. So, I mean, there's definitely nothing wrong with that. Hey, you get the penalty, you get more yards and possible, you know.
Well, Devin Evans, the sophomore, he is really a guy being counted on in second on the defensive side for Susquehanna Township. But I will say this. He was a soccer player. You know those famous flops in soccer.
Oh, yes.
Devin's probably seen that somewhere.
Now, you do not see that among women's soccer players. They don't flop. I've watched that, man. That they do not do that. You see more with the guys. They're tough.
Well, I used to have a nickname. They used to call me Toe Ball McCall. That's why I never played
Toe Ball
soccer.
McCall.
Yep. Looking down the field, a beautiful thrown ball by Moser. Intended receiver Jaquan Blair just went over his head, a little too long. But boy, what an opportunity for Susquehanna Township right here before the half. Ball's thrown real well.
Definitely, and you're talking about in the rain. But again, a little overthrown, a little too much air underneath the ball. But I like the ability and the wish to see if we can get a quick strike from Susquehanna Township. That's a good idea.
Susquehanna Township is 1 for 6, just been pointed out here. 1 for 6 on third downs. Moser coming up to make the play, but boy, oh boy, did somebody have an open shot on the receiver. That was 14. Jaquay Jackson came up to make a blow.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the half.
Well, that's going to end it right there. The clock is winding down in this first half. Susquehanna Township down 27-7. More second half action coming up. But here at halftime, folks, stay tuned for our halftime report. And we're going to have an interview with Steve Marazzo and Jeff Reinhardt of the Patriot News.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invicta has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invicta is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invicta, providing affordable HD video solutions.
Hi, sweetheart. Hey, YouTube, it's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
HoffmanFord.com, turning the World Wide Web into the World Wide Wow. Find the newer pre-owned Ford you want right now from your computer. Shop online 24/7, 365. And our exclusive inventory is updated daily. With hundreds of new and used vehicles, you're sure to find the one that clicks. Hoffman Ford, Harrisburg's premium Ford dealer for 60 years. Click on or come by.
Well, welcome back to our OSS halftime report. Susquehanna Township down 27-7 to Bishop McDevitt. I'm with PAC Financial Advisor Steve Marazzo. And Steve, you have been a great supporter of High School Sports Live, and you have a lot of connections to sports around this area, especially your Bishop McDevitt connections. But Thank you for your support, and talk a little bit about your community connections.
Yeah, I'm a proud sponsor. When Charlie Fortney asked me to be a part of this, bringing youth football and high school football to the home, it was very appealing to me because my roots are in Harrisburg, and I watched a lot of these kids grow up and in youth football come to high school, and so I'm a proud sponsor to be able to do that and to be a participant in helping people to see it more broadly.
Well, your support has been greatly appreciative, so that we can bring these type of things and give the high school sports live audience an opportunity to see some of these high school kids in action. But more importantly, let's talk PAC Financial and what you can do for family and their retirements, and individually wise, some of the things that you do. Can you highlight some of those?
Yeah, we're grassroots, we're local, which is my father brought me into the business. It was a family business, and so we're really trying to help the local family think about their retirement. If they're if it's very difficult to save a lot of money, and it's difficult to navigate all of the ups and downs in the stock market and so forth. But we're really just trying to help people. I say put the pieces of the puzzle together and just help them have a good plan, a good design, so they can have so they can retire. I don't want to work forever. That's pretty much what we're trying to do, is to educate the local family and helping them understand what it takes to have a successful retirement and lay the groundwork to do that.
Well, Steve, we appreciate that. Now,
Yeah.
I would ask you one more question.
Yeah, sure.
Aggressive IRA or not so aggressive? Do you want to guess what I'm trying to do here?
No, yeah, I think you're aggressive.
I'm trying to be aggressive.
I think you're aggressive.
So I got to talk to you more about that
Absolutely.
at some point in our time. But, Steve, we really appreciate what Pac Financial has done for High School Sports Live. And you do look like you played some. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, my roots, my parents went to Catholic High. And, before it was Bishop McDevitt. And then my older brothers went there, played football. My brother Joe played football. I aspired to that when growing up. And, of course, I played for McDevitt back in the 80s when Tim Brimful was a coach. He was a brand new coach at McDevitt. And then I went on to play college football. And then, of course, my son has come up. I enjoyed watching him. You coached him at Holy Name of Jesus football, and he came up through McDevitt. So it's a long tradition, and I want it to continue. So it's
well, Steve, we can count on one hand the losses Bishop McDevitt has, and Bishop McDevitt has 27. Susquehanna Township has 7. This is Steve Marazzo of Pac Financial, one of our great supporters here on High School Sports Live. But we'll have more OSS halftime report coming up after these messages.
Advanced Hoops Spring AAU season was historical, as teams at every level won championship after championship. Team PA boys and girls won at the national level, beating some of the best teams in the country.
This fall, on November 1st, players from all over the region will be trying out for our 2015 spring teams. Register for tryouts now at advancedhoops.com.
You already know your Giant bonus card is a great way to bag real savings on groceries. But it does so much more, like helping you pump up your fuel discount with Gas Extra Rewards. Just by using your Giant bonus card, you'll save 10 cents per gallon for every $100 you spend. So the more you buy, the more you save. Gas Extra Rewards, fueled by Giant.
Today, we have some breaking news on the West Shore. Some spraining, twisting, popping news. It appears that Mechanicsburg is getting a state-of-the-art OSS orthopedic urgent care. This is what we know so far. OSS urgent care is much faster than the emergency room. All patients will be seen by orthopedic experts. Costs are typically less, and OSS is open 7 days a week. Remember, if you have a sprain, pop, or break to report, go right to the experts. OSS Orthopedic Urgent Care. 2 great locations, York and now Mechanicsburg. Now that's some good news.
Chrysler, Jeep, Nissan, Pre-Owned. The Brenner family of dealerships is proud to support High School Sports Live. And we've been serving Central PA for over 93 years. We have everything that you're looking for. Great customer service, great pricing and selection, an excellent service department for the life of your vehicle. All at the Brenner family of dealerships on the Carlisle Pike in Mechanicsburg and on Paxton Street, Harrisburg. 24/7 at BrennerFamily.com. Serving Central PA for over 93 years.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invika has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invika is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invika, providing affordable HD video solutions.
Welcome back to your OSS Health halftime report. Bishop McDevitt 27, Susquehanna Township 7. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27. Jerome, let's go inside the numbers. I mean, there's been some momentum changes, but the 27-7, there were a few mistakes that Susquehanna Township made, but really is it an indication of what the score looks like. I mean, they've had some moments. They've held tough, but Bishop McDevitt just has overpowered them on the offensive line.
Yeah, I mean, they've had opportunities. I think the problem is defensively, they really are struggling to shut down any facet of the Bishop McDevitt offense. Bishop McDevitt is able to run the ball right up the gut, or Marsilio is able to sit in shotgun and pass it downfield for big plays. So, again, we talked about this in pregame. Can they get to the point, can Susquehanna Township get to the point where they can shut down at least some element of this Bishop McDevitt offense? And that's the problem right now.
Well, when you look at inside the numbers, Kobe White, one of the biggest, I think, the momentum killer, 13-7, Susquehanna Township comes back. Nice drive, puts together a 9-play drive, and then kind of blown coverage. Marsilio, as well as he does, throws just a little Nice ball right over the middle. Kobe White goes and gets it, takes it to the house.
Well, Marsilio is very accurate, and he has playmakers and big playmakers. These are huge receivers out there. So he's able to put the ball up, and these receivers know how to go and get it. I mean, they're seasoned almost like they're college athletes.
Right.
And that's why you see so many of them go on to play at the next level. So when you have the ability to have a quarterback that can do that, and then you have a running game that you can have, they are hard to stop. And that's why Bishop McDevitt is perennially a very, very tough team and make it really far in the state and district playoffs.
Well, let's take a look at our OSS halftime report highlights. And right here, the action is just nothing but in-your-face highlights tonight. Marsilio, in that shotgun formation he's in with his big man Jenkins beside him and filling in for Robinson. And there's Kobe White. And here's what he does. Just 4 or 5 yards and boom, takes it 28 yards to the house just like that. And Kobe White is one of those guys you're going to see at the next level. He's only a junior.
Yeah,
Marsilio's not done yet. Second possession, they go back to the air, and he goes over to Kobe White again. Kobe White has 3 first-half touchdowns. Marsilio again, look at this, just that nice ball thrown perfectly right where your receiver needs it, and that is a college throw. But Moser comes back. He starts doing his things. He hooks up with his favorite receiver, Jaquan Blair, the senior, who will also be playing at the next level. He gets into the secondary. But they're not over. They're not done. Here's that Kobe White hookup, his 3rd touchdown of the night, and he won't be touched as he takes it to the house. That was 89-yard hookup, Marsilio to White. But Susquehanna Township's not done. They're going to rally back and do a few things. But no, JoJo Heaton steps in, takes it 33 yards, puts a dagger in the back of many of the Susquehanna Township tribe, and Heaton scores on an interception, 33 yards, and he just made a beautiful play, steps in front of the receiver. And as we said, 1 for Heaton, 1 for the tribe. They went to his side, and they scored a touchdown on Jaquan Blair on Heaton. Heaton comes back, gets the interception in the very next possession, and that takes us inside to a 27-7 Bishop McDevitt lead. And let's just a few thoughts going around. If you're Susquehanna Township, give me one thing that you need to change immediately coming into the second half.
Tackle. You have to tackle. And the only way you're going to have any luck in shutting down the running game is tackling. You have to do that. Tackle.
Okay. We got a new thing here at halftime real quick before we look at stats. Okay. We're going to put you in pads. Mm-hmm. You get one play. You're on the offensive side. What is that play? I'm going to you.
You know, I want a goal line play deep in my – I actually want to do this in an NFL game. I wouldn't mind having a goal line play running back over the pile. Now, after that play, I need an ambulance to take me directly to the hospital because I'm pretty sure there's going to be the repercussions of that are going to be very, very bad for me. Yeah. But I will feel good knowing that I got that.
I want one punt return. I don't care where I get it. I'll take it in the midget game.
Well, maybe that will be my one play is to be the defensive person that can come down and knock the snot out of him on the punt return.
This is my partner. We've done over 100 games together. You can't tell. Let's go inside the numbers right now and take a look at first half action. Rushing 14 for 90 from Bishop McDevitt, 18 for 62. And look at that. They went – Susquehanna Township found something in Silas Pope in 18 rushes for 62 yards. But look at the total numbers. 296 passing, 139, 386 total for Bishop McDevitt, 201 for Susquehanna Township. That's really the big thing. And 1 turnover per piece. But look at the penalties. 11 for Bishop McDevitt for 125 yards. Right. And that's one thing that Coach Rector and the staff will say, wait a minute. We've got to curb this. But 7 on the other side for Susquehanna Township. And we want to thank our stats man tonight, Travis Sparks, and Invicta Sports crew, Chad Edwards, and all the camera guys for all their work tonight. They're out there in the rain. You see it here. Bishop McDevitt 27, Susquehanna Township 7. More third quarter action coming right up on High School Sports Live.
There's a place where kids really connect to learning. Commonwealth Connections Academy. It's a tuition-free, fully accredited online public school where students find devoted, enthusiastic teachers like never before. Commonwealth Connections Academy, the online public school.
High School Sports Live is sponsored in part by Keystone Tax Associates, a specialized sales and use tax consulting business, by the Carlisle Sentinel. Log on to Cumberlink.com for high school sports coverage and more. And by Sports Recruiters, your vehicle for sports success. SportsRecruiters.com.
No matter the season, when it's time to gear up, you've got to get to Kelly's Sports. Kelly's Sports. Top quality sports equipment for the field, the rink, the court, and more. Matched with the experience and knowledge to help you get the winning edge. Plus all the latest styles from Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. And the large selection of name brand athletic footwear. Local sports team members get 10% off all purchases. Kelly's Sports. In the High Point Commons, Harrisburg. Or visit online at kellysports.com.
Karen has 459 friends, but none of them made sure she got home okay. None of them suggested she skip the next drink, try a glass of water, or maybe just call it a night. Karen has 459 friends, but tonight, what she really needed was one good one.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invika has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invika is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invika, providing affordable HD video solutions.
Pac Financial helping local families build, manage, and protect their retirement savings. Do you have a game plan for retirement? Steve Marazzo is a local advisor who listens and cares. No account too small or large. Call Steve at 717-564-6400 and ask about the free, no-obligation retirement projection. SMX has immediate warehouse positions available at our Carlisle, Lewisburg, and Middlesex locations. Come apply with SMX at apply.smjobs.com. Immediate positions available on both days and nights. Pay starts at $12.75 an hour, and that's apply.smjobs.com. SMX is an equal opportunity employer. True Vision Realtors is the most enthusiastic, innovative real estate firm in Central PA. They're offering multiple programs for sale by owner to full service. They are locally family-owned business. They are serving you for your buying and selling needs. To catch the true vision for your house and future, call Nick and Jody Pendolino at 717-925-9095. Penn National in service. Their insurance and their Cervico insurance services are teaming up to help all drivers feel secure. Drivers who text while driving are putting themselves and others in dangerous paths. Don't text and drive. To feel more secure, read our driver safety tips by going to pennnationalinsurance.com. Driver safety comes first. Advanced Hoops and Charlie Fortney. They're taking tryouts right now in their AAU. Please call at advancedhoops.com or go to the AAU Spring Spot tryouts. Also, the Jerry Stokes 3x3 Memorial Tournament is coming up on October 25th. Register your teams at advancedhoops.com. Danette Bartholomew is the official photographer for the High School Sports Live and is the owner of Legacy Images. Call 717-979-5322 if you want her professional services. We'll be back with more third quarter action after these messages.
There's a place where kids really connect to learning. Commonwealth Connections Academy. It's a tuition-free, fully accredited online public school where students find devoted, enthusiastic teachers like never before. Commonwealth Connections Academy, the online public school.
High School Sports Live is sponsored in part by Keystone Tax Associates, a specialized sales and use tax consulting business by the Carlisle Sentinel. Log on to Cumberlink.com for high school sports coverage and more. And by Sports Recruiters, your vehicle for sports success. SportsRecruiters.com.
No matter the season, when it's time to gear up, you've got to get to Kelly's Sports. Kelly's Sports. Top quality sports equipment for the field, the rink, the court, and more. Matched with the experience and knowledge to help you get the winning edge. Plus all the latest styles from Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. And the large selection of name brand athletic footwear. Local sports team members get 10% off all purchases. Kelly's Sports. In the High Point Commons, Harrisburg. Or visit online at kellysports.com.
Karen has 459 friends, but none of them made sure she got home okay. None of them suggested she skip the next drink, try a glass of water, or maybe just call it a night. Karen has 459 friends, but tonight, what she really needed was one good one.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invika has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invika is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invika, providing affordable HD video solutions.
We're soon set for third quarter action on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27. Todd McCall here, Jerome Presley, McDevitt 27, Susquehanna Township 7. And, well, I mean, that 300 total yards from Bishop McDevitt, that's been the tale of two different teams here tonight. Keystone Division matchup. Now, if you think about Bishop McDevitt, they have not really, they've been in one game. Their margin of victory is over 30 points, but they had a 6-3, I guess, what would we call it? They slipped with a 6-3 win on Cumberland Valley, played them really tough, but that was really the only game that they've really had any kind of challenge. And you start to wonder as it gets playoff time, do you start to worry about, not being in one of those games that test you?
No. I think the thing is, you said it. That was a test for them. That Cumberland Valley game was a test for them that propelled them through the rest of the season. And even though this game we're seeing 27-7, they are being tested right now. I mean, they're able to run the ball. They're able to do the things they need to do. But this is a test. You have to weather whatever you get in. You play, you win the game. Your goal is to beat teams the best you can at any given time. Now, we still have Lower Dauphin on the schedule. You still have other teams in this Keystone Division that it's going to be a chore to beat them. So, you do what you have to do. You come out and you execute. And remember, you still have Andre Robinson that is still waiting to come in the game and be a part of this. So, you're not in bad shape if you're Bishop McDevitt. You're still undefeated.
Right. And, you take it as a coach. Any victory I ever had basketball-wise, I will tell you this. I wanted to win by 50. I didn't want any game that was a close game. But, you do want your team to be a little bit battle-tested. And they were in that Cumberland Valley game. And it's not that Susquehanna Township's not battle-tested tonight, but really that youth and that experience for Bishop McDevitt has been the tell here in the first half.
Yeah, it definitely is. And I see, one thing, looking at Susquehanna Township, one of the things that I'm very happy about seeing them in a good game is that they have not given up the fight. So I think that's important for them, is to continue to fight, continue to work hard, continue to play the game. So you have two teams that are very competitive. But remember, we did have some guys and some teams or players that did get ejected as a result of some of the play that happened.
Mixon, hold that thought just 1 second. Mixon set to kick, and we will see Halsey on the return, but that ball is going to bounce into the end zone. The Susquehanna Township will have the ball starting the third quarter on the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
First down and 10 for Susquehanna Township. The ball's going to be on the 30-yard line with a fresh 12 minutes to play. If you're here, stay tuned here. We've got a lot of great aerial action on both sides of the teams. Ben Moser, really, I thought that he had a pretty good first half.
He did. Well, that pick six was big, though. I mean, that definitely wasn't a good pass, and he would definitely want to have that one back.
Silas Pope, who they found some rhythm with in that first half of Susquehanna Township. He's only a sophomore. He'll carry to the left side. He had 61 yards in the first half. And there's Pope going across the middle on the left side. And it's just Susquehanna Township, you got to give them credit. They're still trying to hold those blocks. You will not see a Joe Heaton team not fight back no matter what the score is. Moser has to keep it himself. He's going to pick up some yards and cross the 30-yard line.
And that's him getting down. You definitely want to get down the best that you can, get the yards that you can as a quarterback. You don't want to take any unnecessary shots.
And that's going to move the chains for Susquehanna Township, first down and 10. And you see that rain coming down. And we're supposed to have rain in the forecast. Not that I'm a weatherman, but we're going to have it on both nights, tonight, Friday, Friday night, and all day tomorrow, Saturday. Susquehanna Township, first down and 10, 11-10 to play here in the third quarter. Moser sends Pope out. Sets up that screen, which was pretty effective. Boy, that play was red.
And that was a good defensive play coming up on, from the defensive secondary, and that's exactly what you want. Jaquan Jackson comes up, makes a solid tackle on the play. So that was definitely just good, solid defense. And as we saw in the first half, Susquehanna Township has tried that screen game and had some success with it. So there you go, good defensive stop.
Second down 11 for Moser. Moser going to Jaquan Blair. JoJo Heaton coming up to make the tackle, holding on and get some help pushing Blair out of bounds. Jackson also helping out. It's just shy of, well, it's going to be third down and about, let's see where the ball is going to be spotted. It's going to be third down and about 4.
So
12-3, make it third down and 3.
And this is a big third down for Susquehanna Township. I mean, you want to come out in the second half, establish your drive, get some points on the board, and try to, get yourself back in this game. You're down 27-7. So you still have a whole half to try to do something. Big time, big opportunity.
Well, they were 1 for 6 on third downs, and it looks like Moser's going to get Miles and Turner and the guys are saying that it's Susquehanna Township. It looked like the right side of the Crusaders jump, but we'll see what the call is here. Let's go down to Jim Needlinger here. Let's see. Jim is going to.
That's false start.
That's false start on Susquehanna Township. In this case, the Crusaders' defensive line was right.
They just made it a lot harder for themselves for Susquehanna Township.
Alex Berkeley and all the defensive line and Miles Turner and those guys have clearly indicated who jumped off sides. So they always help the referees out a little bit. Third down and 7, 10:30 to play. Moser back to pass. And Halsey, he connects with Halsey for a first down, and that crowd, that Susquehanna Township crowd has not left. They're still being loyal to this team tonight. They're seeing a lot of young players playing tonight.
Well, I have a question to ask you. Do you believe that Papa Heaton has decided, hey, I'm going after my son today?
Well, he's going to hit JoJo's side a lot. You know what? I think you forget all things when it comes to this football game. Silas Pope on the right side. Pope crossing, staying on his feet, and almost crossing the 40. Still on his feet across the 30-yard line. And Pope is really maybe going to be that back to go to now for Susquehanna Township.
He's definitely having a very good game, running very hard. You see that you have to be able to run the ball. You saw early in the game, Susquehanna Township didn't have any success running the ball. Now you're seeing that running game start to mature, and they're doing very well.
Pope again. He's going to be tackled on the play by Buddy Pagliaro. Pagliaro was the first initial hit. Heaton was in on the tackle, 52 on the tackle. That's Anthony Long coming up also. And now we've got whistles. Is there flags? We've got a lot to iron out here. We've had our share of flags. 125 yards worth of penalties against Bishop McDevitt, 70 in the first half against Susquehanna Township.
And that's a lot of flags, a lot of penalties going on between these two teams. There you see coaches coming out.
Well, they teamed up for 18 penalties, but hey, we'll be right back with more football after this message.
Advanced Hoops Spring AAU season was historical as teams at every level won championship after championship. Team PA boys and girls won at the national level, beating some of the best teams in the country.
This fall on November 1st, players from all over the region will be trying out for our 2015 spring teams. Register for tryouts now at advancedhoops.com.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
10:04 to play, third quarter. Welcome back to Roscoe Warner Field. High School Sports Live on ABC 27. This is the game of the week. And I tell you what, when you look at that team right there, when you look on that field and you see the size of some of those Crusaders, you would think for a moment you're watching PSAC football, at least at the minimum. But not to be overshadowed by some of the big hosses on that offensive line of Susquehanna Township.
Yeah, I mean, when we were at pregame and we watched both of these teams, and I'll tell you what, they both look like they are, huge teams. I mean, they looked apart, and that's the thing. They look very comparable to each other, too.
Going for it all, airing it up. It's going to bounce off. It's going to bounce off the shoulder pads of an intended receiver, Jaquan Blair, and that's the second. That's a second interception by JoJo Heaton off the deflection.
Wow.
But he tried to come out of the end zone. Instead of taking the ball on the 20, he's going to take it on the 5. And it's going to bounce off of, well, maybe Gary Penn on that far side. Or no, that was Smith. The ball bounces into Heaton's hands. Housie has to come up to make the tackle. The ball's going to be on the 5-yard line now.
Well, that's two picks for Heating. A pick six. We talked about how often, Susquehanna Township has gone after him. And there he makes another play, so they may want to rethink that.
9:45 to play in the third quarter. The give is to Matt Geiger. He's a sophomore. Coming up to make the tackle, number 58, Long Tran. He's a senior, 6'2", 215 pounds.
By number 62, Robert Jackson Jr.
And there you go. You see that defense finally making some tackles, gang tackling, moving to the ball, and swarming the offensive ball carrier. That's exactly what the Tribe wants. And again, they're excited. You would never know, like we said before, that it's 27-7 right now.
9:13 to play here in the third quarter. Keystone matchup. Marsilio shotgun formation. He's going to give to Jenkins. Jenkins running on the right side. He plows over Jalik Smith, the sophomore, comes up to make the tackle.
And again, we talked about Jenkins, man. He has a lot of steam coming with him when he's running the ball.
Well, I'll tell you what, it'd be tough to bring this guy down.
First and 10, McDevitt at their own 20-yard line.
And again, to go against a big running back, your number one thing is you want to get to them before they can hit full stride. And you got to make the tackle. You go low and you gang tackle. You hit, you wrap. You can't be afraid. You can't be timid. You have to come up and make a statement on those big guys.
8:38 to play. That's Jenkins across the left side. Jenkins into the secondary, bouncing out to the right side. He's crossing the 50-yard line. Full steam ahead. Jalik Smith, the quick sophomore, comes up to make the game touchdown-saving tackle. 64 yards for Jenkins.
And that's just excellent play right there. And then we talked about the big play capability, and you saw it in the run game.
Well, a lot of arm tackling, missed tackling there to let Jenkins get into that secondary, but Jalik Smith comes way up to make the tackle. Finally gets Jenkins, drags him down. First and 10, the ball on the 17-yard line. Jenkins 13 for 154 yards on the night, so he's been the absolute workhorse for the Crusaders. And when you got a guy like that, you can go to him.
That's 13 carries, though. That's not that many to get that many yards.
Yeah, right.
So they really haven't run him. I mean, Marsilio has been back picking this defense apart, and there you go. You saw a big play potential for this running back, and he shows you what he can do.
Marsilio steps up in the pocket and avoids the sack and throws it. Now, we saw him throw one like this. It was an interception last time. His intended receiver is Callie, and that will be incomplete.
And if there's one area high school quarterbacks still have to learn it and still sometimes struggle with is when to throw the ball away.
Right.
So many of them continue to try to make a play. As far as reading defenses, they do an excellent job. I mean, that's why quarterbacks are more advanced now than they once were.
Right.
But, you know, that throwing the ball away and protecting your body is one of the big areas that I think many of these young quarterbacks still need to work on. And you saw that with Marcilio. He's still trying to make a play when he could just throw it out of bounds.
And you can see how really you're right there. And he took a hit right after the end of that play over on the Crusader sideline. 2nd down and 10, 7:46 here in the 3rd quarter. Jenkins up over the middle, putting the helmet down, and he's going to be tackled by Isaiah Milbury, the junior. He's 5'8", 170 pounds, bringing Jenkins down.
And again, a touchdown here would be very difficult for Susquehanna Township to overcome. I mean, right now it's a tall order as it is, but you know, you let another touchdown in, it's very difficult to come back on a Bishop McDevitt team that's running on all cylinders right now.
Right. Jenkins again over the right side. Jenkins bowing, pushing, shoving, all that he can do. He's going to be short on about the 1 yard line. He's going to be wrestled down by a host of Susquehanna Township, but Joe Rabarczyk, the junior, took him down.
And this is just, you know, handoff right up the middle. Let your big guys up front and make some holes, and you just get in the end zone. And that's exactly what they're trying to do. And good yardage, good call.
1st down, the ball spot on the 1 yard line. 3rd quarter action here.
1st and goal at the 1 for McDevitt.
Marcilio is going to keep it. He's going to score. Touchdown, Bishop McDevitt. Wait, there is, yes. It is, in fact, a touchdown. Give Marcilio a touchdown. He's thrown for 4, and he's going to score 1 on his feet himself.
He has had a monster game today, and we talk about playmakers. Playmakers make big plays in big games, and that's what you're seeing today from Marcilio. He's doing an excellent job of just doing a lot of different things well. He did make one mistake on the interception, but other than that, he's been pinpoint accurate in the passing game, and there he gets in the end zone using his feet.
Joey Raybould with the hold, Mixon with the kick. The point after is up and good.
The kick is up and good.
We'll be back with more 3rd quarter action after these messages.
Karen has 459 friends, but none of them made sure she got home okay. None of them suggested she skip the next drink, try a glass of water, or maybe just call it a night. Karen has 459 friends, but tonight, what she really needed was one good one.
Ruff Tractor and Equipment is PA's full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction along with other leading manufacturers. Ruff Tractor celebrates its 55th year in business, serving the total sales, rental parts, and service needs of its customers. Ruff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish, featuring the latest parts and equipment from Case Construction and more. Ruff also offers 24/7 job site support. Ruff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
7 plays, 95 yards for Bishop McDevitt. They had it for a total of 3 minutes and 8 seconds. And Marcilio, kept it himself. He scores a 1-yarder on the left side, 34-7 McDevitt over Susquehanna Township. Mixon set to kick. Halsey back to receive. And along with Jalik Smith as well. It's going to be Halsey catching it at the 10-yard line. Stampers around, goes off to the left side. He's going to cross over the 20-yard line. And Susquehanna Township will have the ball 1st down and 10.
About the 25-yard line.
They'll have it on the 25-yard line.
And again, if you're Susquehanna Township at this point, you're down 34-7. At some point, you focus on little successes, and that means, you know, trying to establish a drive. Let's focus on establishing a drive that has some continuity to it, where you can pick up some 1st downs, maybe use some clock, maybe use that running game that we started to see a little bit, and just, you know, not focus so much on the score, but focus on building up momentum for the next drive, and building up momentum from the next drive, and then eventually build up momentum for the next game that you play.
6:32 with all this passing. May seem like a long 3rd quarter for you. Silas Pope on the left side.
Number 34, Pope on the carry.
Pope's been Susquehanna Township's workhorse tonight. The sophomore is getting his share of carries. It's 10 carries and 42 yards for Silas Pope.
And that's been an impressive 42 yards. I mean, I know he's had a couple that didn't go for major gains, but he's also been able to establish a little something in the run game, and I think Susquehanna Township can come back to that and use that for the rest of the season.
Well, he has a lot of 6, 4, 4, 1 for 7.
And that's productivity right there out of a running back.
2nd down and 9 for Susquehanna Township. Moser looking over the sideline, getting that call again, checking it at the line. He pump fakes and doesn't have any time. Flags are down. It's probably going to be holding the Susquehanna Township. Miles Turner's busted through. And also helping him out, number 55, Derek Lutz, the senior. Take a look again. Boy, Miles Turner's just hard to block. He just bum rushes people and pushes them right back into the.
And unfortunately, that play, that ball, 3 steps, it comes out. It needs to come out, and it doesn't. And there you go, pump. You get the sack if you're Bishop McDevitt. And Turner's just having a monster game today.
Kyrie Downing's just having a tough time right now with Miles. He's got the call tonight. Now, he did a pretty good job in the first half. Miles is just finding his rhythm and just pushing and shoving back. And there's Moser looking downfield. He's going to go on Eden's side across the middle, and that's Jaquan Blair was the intended receiver. It's incomplete. Going to bring up 4th down for Susquehanna Township.
4th down for Susquehanna.
I tell you, Susquehanna Township continues to go after Heaton, and Heaton continues to show that he can be an elite corner in this league. Good defense, step for step with the receiver. Good play. And that's even big. I mean, you're matching up against the best defender or the best receiver on Susquehanna Township. So you know you're going to get a lot of balls thrown your way. Gave it 1 touchdown, got a pick 6, got a 2nd pick later in the game. He's having a good game.
Fourth down, 14. The punting crew is on. Low lining punt for Heaton. Heaton's going to let it roll. He's going to have to let it roll. He's going to cross the 40-yard line and take a good Susquehanna roll, and it's going to be picked up at about the 30-yard line. 1st down and 10 for Bishop McDevitt with good field position.
And I'll tell you what, Todd, I'm so amazed by the athletic talent of football in this area and continuing to see and hear about players that are going on to do big things. I mean, we see that every week, week in and week out. Some of these guys, Chase Edmonds from CD East, graduate last year out of CD East, he is doing extremely well at Fordham University. I mean, this kid is putting together 180-yard rushing days and doing an exceptional job in that game. And you see so many of them that are sprinkled across the nation that are doing amazing, that have played Central Pennsylvania football. Drew Scales at Slippery Rock, who's turned in he was a Central Dolphin grad a couple years ago, and he's not just a returner. He's an electrifying receiver up there too. So many players from this area that are showing what they can do at the college level.
Well, we got a new entry in. That's Tavon Bowers, who at one time played at Susquehanna Township. Very athletic kid. He came in the first half and had a catch. Now he's back at quarterback. He's the backup quarterback. Looks like he's going to be the future of Bishop McDevitt from that quarterback position. Tavon is a running quarterback, passing quarterback, sophomore, 6'1", 185. There he is. He's just going to keep it, puts his head down, running really hard.
And I think nowadays you don't see so much of the just running quarterbacks. They're dual threat. You know what I mean? These guys have the ability. They go to 7-on-7 passing camps all summer long. They come out, they've honed their skills, but they have the added ability to be able to throw the ball too.
Maybe it was just like a little bit of a wildcat. Marcilio's back in. I don't know if his helmet was knocked off. There was a push in the back to back them up. Marcilio to Hall.
Pass complete to number 82, Bryce Hall. Brought down by number 9.
And Alonzo Rivera came up to make the tackle for Susquehanna Township. 1st and 10. That's going to move the chains for
And again, in rhythm, Marcilio throws the ball, perfect timing, hits his receiver. He's able to get upfield and get a 1st down. And again, this Bishop McDevitt offense is controlling the game right now, and they're pretty much doing whatever they want to do.
1st and 10. McDevitt 34, Susquehanna Township 7, as you see on your screen. It's Geiger busting through the middle, the sophomore. He's going to be wrestled down at the 40-yard line. Coming up to make the tackle was Devin Evans.
But that's after a long game right there on the play. And you see the blocking up front. Those big horses are getting hat on a hat, and they're moving people. And you just see good, solid running by that Bishop McDevitt offense.
39-yard line.
Susquehanna Township still showing some fight here no matter what. And you got to be liking that if you're one of their fans.
And I think the official is really concerned about the running back, that he may have had a head injury of some sort, and nowadays you can't play with that. So they want to make sure that kid is okay. So they're bringing out the trainers to get a look at him, and you saw he hit the ground pretty hard with his head on this turf. So they want to get him checked out, which is a good job by that official right there, noticing the need.
Take a look at it again. Devin Evans came over and made a pretty much wrestling down. Devin is a
and look
very
where his head
strong
hits.
kid as
Look where the head hits. You get the first contact, and bam, that contact there. And there's something from that the official saw after that hit, that he needed to look at that kid and get him off the sideline. We have the concussion protocol that all the teams have, where kids get a baseline, and then they're able to do the test, and they know exactly pretty fast if a kid has a concussion or not. And at that point, that's bigger than football.
Yeah. Flags again. We've had a lot of them. We had 18 in the first half alone. 7 by Susquehanna. We said 11 by Bishop McDevitt. 3:33 to play here. We're going to see what is going on. There's a look at Burno. He's out, senior. Big loss in that defensive side of things. He's been on a good portion of the whole year. Caruso out for Susquehanna Township. But you know what? I talked earlier in the week to Joe Heaton, and inside that talk, never once did he mention, never once did he make excuses. He's a man of class.
Yes.
And he's getting these young guys ready to play. They are going to be good in the future, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, I think that the key, and we talked about this, you talk about the summer program, the conditioning program that these kids do, the 7-on-7s that they do in the summertime. That's where you build your team. You begin that process in the offseason. And then when you come in the season, all that work you did in the offseason pays off. Bishop McDevitt has that with those kids, and they're older, a veteran group. So you get a chance to see them play right here. At one time they were young too. And, so Susquehanna Township, they're taking their lumps right now, but they continue to work hard, continue to listen to what coach wants from them. They'll be okay.
Oh, coming up to blow the play up was Jalik Smith. The intended receiver for Marsilio was Callie. Callie drops it. Good play, good pursuit.
And that's continued good fighting this Indian team. Susquehanna Township really is working hard, even being down 34-7. They want to come up and they want to make plays. So the tribe is doing very well.
If you're a Crusader fan, you just see them just fine-tuning on this run that they've been on for a long time. They just reload, and they've got player after player. Over there on that bench alone, looks like 2 football teams over there on that other side.
They do.
Jenkins on the right side, stiff arms, avoids a tackler. Flags are down. Coming up to make the tackle was Isaiah Milbury. I don't know if that's going to go holding on the Crusaders on the right side.
And again, you see the running game just trying to establish. This was actually good defensive effort by the Susquehanna Township defense, and that's what you want. You want to keep playing, and I'm impressed by that. And there's no quit in Coach Heaton's teams. He preaches that. He wants to make sure that, we're 0-5, but each game is a new week to get better. And I think that's what you're seeing here. They're trying to get better each week, trying to get a lot of experience for these young guys that are being thrust into playing because of injuries.
Well, just like that, you saw Jameer Thomas is a sophomore, 5'10". He's 175 pounds, number 44. He came up, almost had Jenkins in the backfield. That's a sophomore. It's just about all sophomores on that other side right now. Marsilio back to pass, whizzing it down the field, catches, beautiful catch, great hands. Kobe White connects with Kobe White, who's having an absolutely one of the best games I've ever seen him have. Gary Penn wrestles him down at the 20-yard line. And marching into the tribe, and a red zone opportunity for Bishop McDevitt. Look at his catch. Great hands, concentration by Kobe White.
And he's made spectacular catches pretty much all day long. I mean, and you said it. He uses his hands. He doesn't let the ball get into his body. So that's what you want your receivers to do. Right. And that helps them as they continue to progress through their development. And hopefully at the next level they continue that. once you have good hands, you pretty much can catch anything.
Right.
He has the speed, the size to do a lot with that. And he's a hard matchup for any high school cornerback right now.
2:30 to play here in the third quarter. Jenkins bouncing across the 20. There's flags down, hold up. Shy of the 10-yard line. Jameer Thomas coming up to make the tackle. Jameer Moody Thomas, they call him.
There, he may be cramping up right there. That's what it looks like. You see Heaton. That's what you see class. 100% purity
over
class.
and helping him out.
He comes over. I'm helping him out. You know what? You're beating us 34-7. Head coach doing this. That's classy right there.
That is absolutely. That is
that
exactly what
what
Joe Heaton does.
Is that
and he's
something
helping that young man stretch out that hamstring. I mean, you can't say enough about it.
Can't say enough about it. And there wasn't even a thought to not, to do that.
And the trainer comes over and takes over and says, Coach Heaton, hold on here a second.
He's like, I got this.
Yeah,
you're opposing coach, man. There was a brawl, everything, and he still comes over.
Well, we're going to be back after these messages. We've got 2:25 to play here in the third quarter.
Today, we have some breaking news on the West Shore. Some spraining, twisting, popping news. It appears that Mechanicsburg is getting a state-of-the-art OSS orthopedic urgent care. This is what we know so far. OSS urgent care is much faster than the emergency room. All patients will be seen by orthopedic experts. Costs are typically less, and OSS is open 7 days a week. Remember, if you have a sprain, pop, or break to report, go right to the experts. OSS Orthopedic Urgent Care. 2 great locations, York and now Mechanicsburg. Now that's some good news.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
Third quarter action, 2:25. Rain coming down even harder. It hasn't let up much since the start of this game. Umbrellas are out. People are in the plastic with the hoodies. I'm very happy to be in the booth tonight.
I'll tell you what, though, people are still here.
Oh, they haven't gone anywhere.
The one thing about it is, even though it's raining, you get a good shot at the rain right there. It's football, and this is turf, so it's not too badly messed up. I know some kids that played Milton Hershey, and they're playing against Middletown, and I think Middletown has grass, so that's going to be a little sloppy. But many of these fields are now turf. I think Cumberland Valley, they have natural grass, and they take care of that field very well. But when you have turf and you have that drainage system, it's just about the fans, and it's not cold necessarily. I mean, so you can sit here, pop your umbrella up, you're still enjoying a good game.
As Jenkins getting up, we think he had a hamstring cramp, and he's had his share of carries tonight. Look at him, good size young man. My goodness, he's 6'3". He goes 240-some pounds. I mean, he is a strong back. And that is not your premier first back. That is your second back.
Well, he's become that now.
He is the premier back
but
right
yeah,
now,
it's one of those situations where when you realize that you have Andre Robinson sitting over there too, but that lets you know there's always someone to pass the torch too.
Right.
And that's, you learn from the one, that's in front of you, and you become that person when your time is right.
First down at 21, Kobe White. Marsilio, touchdown. Kobe White, the Crusaders back on the board again, and that will be a continuous clock from this point on. They put another one on the board, and they just do it in stride. Take a look at this one again. Marsilio has thrown and hooked up with Kobe White for the 4th time. He's thrown for 4 and run one himself. That's 5 touchdowns for Marsilio, 4 for Kobe White, and that's 12 on the year for White.
But I think the biggest thing that you saw on that play, looking at the replay, there's no pressure. Marsilio was able to sit back. The offensive line just put up a stone wall for him, and he's just able to sit back and pick apart the Susquehanna Township defense, and that's what you saw on that play, and that's what you pretty much saw all game long. There's not been a lot of pressure on Marsilio all game.
Marsilio is going to go for the 2-point conversion. The Crusaders, he's got twin receivers to his side, single to the left side. He's going to go to the left side, and Callie underthrows it. Callie come back to get it, and I believe Callie caught it. The 2-point conversion is good. It was a good thrown ball, and that brings up the continuation of the clock to roll from this point on.
And again, you just see, the effort by the receiver on this play, and yeah, that's a catch. That's a catch. He got it. It's good effort here, but these receivers have been overwhelming for this secondary, much like every team with the exception of Cumberland Valley has been. They've been overwhelmed. I mean, the size of this team, the speed, it's difficult to defend.
Looking ahead in that Bishop McDevitt Crusader matchup coming up, they've got Lower Dauphin yet. Cedar Cliff, who's playing good football, I thought a little bit of a surprise. Cedar Cliff beats Lower Dauphin. So, there's a couple matchups coming up here you put on that forecast. Next week we'll have Bishop McDevitt in Cedar Cliff. That's going to be a great game next Friday night.
Yeah, and believe me, Central. Let's face it. We know that Bishop McDevitt remembers what happened last year.
One of the
arguably
best games that we've done hundreds together. One of the best high school football games on High School Sports Live that I've ever been part of. It just wouldn't end. You didn't want it to end. Nope. Goes to 3 overtimes. Cedar Cliff comes up, Ford defeats Bishop McDevitt. Bishop McDevitt goes on to win the Keystone because Lower Dauphin had knocked off Cedar Cliff. So anything can happen in this Keystone division.
Absolutely.
Don't count Susquehanna Township out. I do believe they are not going to go 0-4. I do believe they're going to pick up a few victories. But here's this last drive. 6 plays, 74 yards, total of 2 minutes and 48 seconds taken off the clock. And they've been doing 74s, 84s. They've been doing it all night. Howsey drops the ball. The ball's getting wet and slippery, you can tell.
It is, yeah. When you get that much rain,
he's going to cross back on the other side of the field. Ooh, that's dangerous. That was Jalik Smith, actually. That's going to be a safety.
I'm not sure if they're going to call it. They may call it
right
outside. They call him out
at the 1, okay.
That is forward momentum stopped right at the 1, which, he was close. And I think that's probably the right call because he didn't necessarily run into the end zone. He kind of got tackled there, but, this was close. This was really close. That was really close. That was really close.
Well, Jalik's only a sophomore. He kind of made a sophomore play there. Coming all the way across. This is a pretty good special teams unit. And they came full pursuit after him. He tried the stiff arm. And, it's hard to stiff arm when those helmets are wet like that. Your hand slides right off that helmet.
Slides right off.
My signature move was a stiff arm. I just want to let you know.
No, it wasn't.
Yep, no.
No, it wasn't.
I stiff-armed you for that pretzel. By the way, the Susquehanna Township Indian pretzels are very good.
They are very good.
I stiff-armed you for that pretzel earlier in the first half.
That was very good.
We're going to have a timeout. Susquehanna Township's going to take this one. We'll be back with more football. Fourth quarter action just shy after these messages.
You already know your Giant bonus card is a great way to bag real savings on groceries. But it does so much more. Like helping you pump up your fuel discount with Gas Extra Rewards. Just by using your Giant bonus card, you'll save 10 cents per gallon for every $100 you spend. So the more you buy, the more you save. Gas Extra Rewards, fueled by Giant.
Ruff Tractor and Equipment is PA's full line equipment dealer representing Case Construction along with other leading manufacturers. Ruff Tractor celebrates its 55th year in business, serving the total sales, rental parts, and service needs of its customers. Ruff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish, featuring the latest parts and equipment from Case Construction and more. Ruff also offers 24/7 job site support. Ruff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Roscoe Warner Field, Friday night football action. McDevitt has put 42 points on the board here. Susquehanna Township back up on their own 1, and I don't know if they got out of the end zone there. That might be a safety.
No, they're not going to call it. It's right on
the
1.
No, right on the 1 there. The half-inch line, if that's what you want to call it. 1:06 to play.
Getting close, though. I tell you what, you have to have some penetration, some push up front if you're that offensive line. And it's hard to get a push on this defense.
No gain on the play. I'll bring up second down for Susquehanna.
We have some new faces for that secondary. Standback's in the game. Linebacker has entered the game. Jake Phillips, he's a senior. He's in the game now. Jaquan Blair is going to be tackled down, wrestled down by Brandon Standback. Standback's a senior. He takes Blair down, and Blair got to maybe the 9-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, this is a big 3rd down because if you don't get it, you have to punt this ball. And you give the ball right back to Susquehanna Township. There you go. Your quarterback is clocked again just from some immediate pressure right up the middle. And you don't want to see a quarterback get hammered like that. And you can see Ben Moser is not doing well after that hit. He's really not doing well.
Well, he took it really, really tough right in the mid-sternum of the air. And I've seen this kid. He's such a tough kid. He is he's definitely just a tough trooper tonight. You got to give him a lot of credit for standing in there. True Vision Realtors is the most enthusiastic and innovative real estate firm in Central PA, offering multiple programs for sell by owner to full service. They are a locally family-owned business. They are serving you for your buying and selling needs. To catch the true vision for your housing future, call Nick and Jody Pendolino at 717-925-9095. Pac Financial, helping local families build, manage, and protect their retirement savings. Do you have a game plan for retirement? Steve Marazzo is a local advisor who listens and cares. No account too small or large. Call Steve Marazzo at 717-564-6400 and ask about the free, no-obligation retirement projection. Did you know that Cleveland Brothers is much more than just earth-moving and construction machines? We're rental and standby generators. We're truck engine service. We're solar compressors. We're global pumps and so much more. Visit us at clevelandbrothers.com. SMX has immediate warehouse positions available at our Carlisle, Lewisberry, and Middlesex locations. Come apply with SMX at applysmjobs.com. Immediate positions available on both day and night shifts. Pay starts up to $12.75 an hour. That's apply.smjobs.com. SMX is an equal opportunity employer. Penn National Insurance and Servico Insurance Services are teaming up to help all drivers feel secure. Drivers who text while driving are putting themselves and others in dangerous paths. Don't text and drive. To feel more secure, read our driver safety tips by going to www.pennnationalinsurance.com. Drive safety comes first. Back to action here, 42-7, fourth quarter, 11:42, and joining us in the booth from Patriot News is Jeff Reinhardt. Jeff,
good evening.
Good evening on this rainy evening, and we're glad to have you here in the booth. But your Patriot News coverage has seen this in even the last 5 years. We can count on one hand the Bishop McDevitt losses.
Yeah,
and
probably.
Tonight they've come in, and when you got a guy like Jenkins as your secondary back, I mean, give him the ball, play action passes, set it up. What have you seen really as this team's starting to come really together now?
How they can stretch you, how they can stretch the field. Kobe White's amazing. What a player this kid is. I think we have him for 7 catches for 230 yards and 4 touchdowns.
4 touchdowns.
And he goes up and gets it a million different ways. Back shoulder fade in the end zone, fly pattern, over the shoulder catch, in traffic going. He's just a joy to watch. I mean, what a performance by these guys. Wow.
Yeah, you know what? One of the things, too, is you've got so many injuries on that Susquehanna Township team tonight.
Yes.
You see this kind of taking its toll, but there's a lot of sophomores out there, and they're getting action against primarily the prime team in the state right now.
No doubt about it. It's been a little feisty, huh? A little chippy tonight.
We had 18 penalties in the first half. 11 of them went to Bishop McDevitt. Yeah. So let's take two things here. Let's take a positive away for Susquehanna Township. What did you see tonight?
I like the Moser kid a lot. I like the way he sets up screens and works the ball. Likes to throw the deep ball. Doesn't complete it all the time.
Right.
But he's got some kids he can throw downfield to. I also like the Pope kid at running back. Rugged, whereas Halsey's kind of like the scat back kind of kid who tries to get outside. I like the way Pope runs between the tackles and he drags kids. So I think I can't believe they were 0-5 coming into this. With the players they have. Injuries have hurt them, no doubt. I think their positive is they can move the ball and they have some weapons. Negatively, some bad penalties. They got beat deep a lot with White, who's just impossible to cover one-on-one anyway.
Right. I don't see Susquehanna going 0-4 this year.
No,
I see them
don't
picking up a couple wins.
They're going to win
stretch.
here eventually. There's got to be somebody that they're going to beat. They have some horses. They have some nice players, and I like the way Moser runs the offense. I really do.
Well, Jeff, coming out of this, going into next week, what a big matchup for Bishop McDevitt.
Cedar Cliff, yeah.
Can we just get a little Patriot News inside right now?
I saw Cedar Cliff a couple of times, saw the Ireland game on TV, and I saw him play Cocalico. It starts with Grant Brenneman. He is a stud quarterback. He's a monster. He can keep it and run. He can go up top and beat you. He's got a speed kid on the flank and Noah Malone, who's really good. And their defense is much improved. McDevitt's they got some bones to pick with them. They beat them last year for their only loss. So that's going to be a great game. Circle it.
Can we just get an early Thursday morning pick?
It's impossible not to take McDevitt after watching this display here tonight. If they play anything like this next week, they're going to win.
-12, -14.
Oh boy, I'm not the I'm not the spread
on the
guy.
spot tonight, huh?
Two touchdowns maybe. I really like McDevitt.
Well, right there, you've had it. Jeff Reinhardt of Patriot News. We really appreciate your coverage and all your teaming up help this year on High School Sports Live.
Absolutely.
Thanks for
having
joining us in the booth.
Thank you.
Fourth quarter action, 9:35 to play. First down and 10. And that clock's going and moving right now. And you see that rain. There was a timeout. That was a Susquehanna Township timeout. That was Bishop McDevitt timeout. You see that band pounding those drums and that water bouncing off those drum heads. Man, oh, man. But there's still smiles on their faces. Susquehanna Township crowd is really – you just now start to see the student section kind of entering the exit signs here. But, man, oh, man, were they here? They were here strong.
They were.
That shows a lot of pride for the school.
It does. I mean, both schools were here in force. I think, you're starting to see the game is kind of out of hand. So you're seeing some of the fans with this weather. They're trying to get home, get an early jump. But, again, it's 42-7 right now. Susquehanna Township did some great things today. They did some things that they can build on, and that's what you want to do. You want to build on what you've been able to do today for the next week.
Start the clock. That was Michael Jones on the carry. We've got some new check-ins. Michael Jones is joined by Blackstone, the junior 5'10", that's Mustafa Blackstone in the backfield. And entering the game now, that makes sense, Tavon Bowers. Bowers' give is to Michael Jones, and he's going to be wrestled down and tackled by a host of Indians. But coming up to make the initial tackle is John Brooks, the senior. He's 226 pounds.
And there you have, when you're able to get your young players in the game, to get some extended minutes. You have 9 minutes left in the game, and you can get them in multiple times on offense. That's good for your future. That's how you're able to build for your future, is getting those guys experience. Susquehanna Township's doing it another way, where some of those guys have to start. So you talked about this. They're getting some experience against one of the better teams in the state in AAA, which gives them that bodes well for their development as players.
And a big horse on the line. That's Tavon Bowers. Bowers across the 10-yard line. He's going to walk in the end zone. Touchdown, Tavon Bowers. And that is your backup quarterback. Wow. And he did it all by his feet. He's a very athletic kid. He transferred over from Susquehanna Township this year to Bishop McDevitt. And Bowers comes by to put one in the end zone. But I want to talk a little bit about a freshman just entering the game, Darren Petrusa. He's 6'4", 310 pounds on that left offensive line. Wow. Left tackle for Bishop McDevitt. Bowers makes a good move right there.
Yeah, he
bounces
really
outside.
did.
Somebody holds a block for him.
He really
You can
did.
see some potential in this young man, can you not?
And that's hard when you have, you've been playing against, the likes of Marsilio, and you get a player like Bowers that comes in, and he's a totally different animal that you have to deal with. As a quarterback, that's a dual threat, and he's able to get outside. That's difficult.
Well, 49-7, Bishop McDevitt will be back after these messages.
No matter the season, when it's time to gear up, you've got to get to Kelly's Sports. Kelly's Sports. Top quality sports equipment for the field, the rink, the court, and more. Matched with the experience and knowledge to help you get the winning edge. Plus all the latest styles from Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. And the large selection of name brand athletic footwear. Local sports team members get 10% off all purchases. Kelly's Sports. In the High Point Commons, Harrisburg. Or visit online at kellysports.com.
HoffmanFord.com, turning the World Wide Web into the World Wide Wow. Find the newer pre-owned Ford you want right now from your computer. Shop online 24/7, 365. And our exclusive inventory is updated daily. With hundreds of new and used vehicles, you're sure to find the one that clicks. Hoffman Ford, Harrisburg's premium Ford dealer for 60 years. Click on or come by.
Mixon set to kick. Here's the last McDevitt drive. 5 plays, 34 yards. They had the ball for a total of 224 and a touchdown by Tavon Bowers. We'll see if Jaleel Thomas will get another chance here on Mixon set to kick. And we got flags. Hold up here. Don't go anywhere yet. And that's going to go against Bishop McDevitt. My goodness. If you want to take anything away from the Bishop McDevitt, what they'll be working in the film room is some of these penalties, Jerome. They're going to have to tighten up in a big game next week.
Yeah, you definitely want to tighten up the penalties. I mean, you get sloppy, especially you don't want to see them this late in the season. I mean,
test.
That's common for, first, second games of the season, but that you want to tighten that up, get the discipline of your team back, because there are some games coming up on the horizon that those penalties can be very damaging to your offense, to your defense, to what you want to do as a team.
And then our stats man Travis Sparks doing it for us here tonight. 14 penalties on that Bishop McDevitt side, and they had 11 for 125 in the first half. Mixon's going to set to kick again. Back to receive this time. Anyan Penn, a senior, 5'9", 155 for Susquehanna Township. This time they're going to keep it on the ground. Low roller. Picked up at the 30-yard line. And it's fumbled around, but it's Jaquan Blair is going to cross over the 45-yard line and have a great pickup for Susquehanna Township. Something to end on a good note. I know this offense wants to get a good charge here. Maybe try to put one in the end zone before they leave here tonight. Let's take another look at Jaquan Blair, who makes a lot of plays happen. And a wet ball and a wet night, and he picks it up. Makes a great play. Breaks a few tackles, and he's going to be dragged down by number 35 on the play, Taikir Hyman Bushell.
So I'll tell you what, this is, again, Susquehanna Township wants to try to establish some type of rhythm, some type of offensive production right now. You can't worry about the score. You got to worry about putting together some sustained offense right now. And you see Bishop McDevitt is getting some of their backups in the game, get them that experience that's well needed. So this gives you a chance to maybe get some opportunities to try to develop something on offense so that you can take it to the next week's game.
Malachi Simpson is in the game now, and I tell you one thing clear. I think Susquehanna Township has found that back that they're going to go to a little bit more, and Silas Pope, he stepped up tonight, and he ran against arguably one of the best defenses in the mid-state, not just the mid-state, in the state tonight. He did an absolute great job. On the carry there on the last play was Jose Aponte. He's a junior.
And you're seeing Susquehanna Township start to get in some of their backups as well. So, I mean, that's not a bad thing. The game's out of hand. You can get your backups in, get your starters some rest to get them ready for next week.
Quentin Chicon, a sophomore, 5'11", 200 pounds, come up to make the tackle on Aponte. Malachi asking for the ball, stepping up in the pocket, rolling out, and he's going to be sacked and brought down. 6:32 to play here in the third quarter. That was a 3rd down and 6 play.
Number 87, Quentin.
And I tell you, that clock, I mean, it goes very, very fast when you get to the point of the clock continuously running due to the score. At that point, we're at 6 minutes. I mean, it felt like we were at 9 minutes, just shortly, and now we're at 6, and it just keeps on ticking. And, the game, does go faster when that happens.
Quentin Chacon coming up and making the tackle on the sack on Simpson. 5:59 to play, 4th down and 11. It's going to be a punt. Geiger was back to receive. He's going to have to let it roll. It's going to take a nice Susquehanna Township bounce inside the 10, 5, at the 7-yard line, call it. And you know what time it is?
It's the hit parade.
It's time for the hit parade. We've had all kinds of hits and all kinds of action. CRIA, the Capital Region Insurance Agency Hit Parade. And boy, we had our share. Look at that one right there. Oh my goodness.
That was a difficult one right there. And that was a penalty, I think.
Jenkins getting hit by a few guys outside. Well, I tell you what, we had a lot of guys going hard tonight, no doubt about it. On both sides of the field.
Definitely is.
Capital Region Insurance Agency Hit Parade. Action to this game. Bishop McDevitt, Susquehanna Township. Michael Jones on the carry for Bishop McDevitt.
Number 32, Michael Jones on the carry.
We're under 5 now to play, 2nd down and 6 for McDevitt.
And again, you get those backup guys in to get some experience on both sides of the ball. And we're going to go right to, the play of the game, Todd. And I think, we know what this play was. This was that strike from Marsilio to Kobe White on the deep ball.
Yeah, he stepped up in the pocket beautifully. Strike to Kobe White, who has great hands. 89-yard touchdown hookup. That's our Pack Financial play of the game. Entering the game right now is Marshall Kent, a sophomore. He's 5'11". He's in the game now. But again, that play of the game, Kobe White had 4 touchdowns tonight, over 200 yards receiving. That is one heck of a performance tonight out of Kobe White.
I mean, it definitely is. I mean, you talk about a player coming into this game. White he was 24 receptions for 324 yards, 6 touchdowns, and that number has grown significantly just from this game alone. So he's been doing very well from the beginning of the season.
Right. And on this game alone, Marsilio, we said, he had 996 yards coming in 5 games. He's over 1,000 yards on the season, and he's just having a heck of a season as well. He's starting to, we saw it last year, just starting to come into his own now. He is definitely a premier quarterback around the area.
And I what I like to see is his mechanics. I mean,
right.
he stands tall in the pocket. His footwork seems to be on point, with the exception of the errant throw that was the interception and the throw out of bounds. I mean, he's been pinpoint accuracy throwing the ball, which is a weapon when you have a running game that you have, and then you have the ability to throw like he can. It's very dangerous for teams to be able to defend that entire offense of Bishop McDevitt.
Shalimar Artis Payne, a freshman, getting a carry. We've got some of the younger crew here, the Crusaders in the game now, getting opportunities.
Another Crusader first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
We're at 2:34 to play here in the 4th quarter. Marshall Kent, the sophomore, under center. Blackstone wanted to carry on the right side. Actually, correction, that's Michael Jones on the carry. Travis Jensen making the tackle for Susquehanna Township. He's a sophomore.
Nigga just running the ball right ahead, straight ahead, good defensive play, good offensive movement. Again, getting these young guys some valued experience on a rainy day in Susquehanna Township.
And, man, I don't think it's stopping much tonight. It's going to go into the morning tomorrow like this. It's going to be a rainy weekend.
Hey, man, I have a drive tomorrow. I hope this simmers down at least a little bit. Because, I mean, I don't mind driving in the rain, but,
Another Crusader first and 10.
what it is.
It's going to move the chains for the Crusaders. That's Jones on the carry, and that's Jensen on the tackle.
And again, right up the gut for that offense, just to get that experience, and the clock keeps ticking and ticking and ticking. And, again, once that clock keeps going like this, the game really speeds up.
We've got, again, our 4th quarterback in, Derek Marsilio. He's a freshman.
Artis Payne on the carry.
He gives to Artis Payne over the left side. So Jeff Rector getting all the quarterbacks some action here tonight.
We'll bring up 2nd down.
We're under 40 seconds to play in this action tonight, in the Keystone action. Next week, Susquehanna Township moving on, and they'll play Hershey. And right now, Bishop McDevitt will play Cedar Cliff in a big one. Marsilio give to 24. That's Charlemagne Artis Payne.
In the backfield by number 23, Malcolm Cobb-Winfield.
Malcolm Cobb-Winfield come up to make the tackle. He's a junior for Susquehanna Township, and that might be the last play of the game. It's 10 seconds. Bishop McDevitt's going to come away with 49 points on the board tonight. 49-7 over Susquehanna Township here at Roscoe Warner Field. Stay tuned for our post-game and our Hoffman Ford Player of the Game coming up after these messages.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two. It's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Today, we have some breaking news on the West Shore. Some spraining, twisting, popping news. It appears that Mechanicsburg is getting a state-of-the-art OSS orthopedic urgent care. This is what we know so far. OSS urgent care is much faster than the emergency room. All patients will be seen by orthopedic experts. Costs are typically less, and OSS is open 7 days a week. Remember, if you have a sprain, pop, or break to report, go right to the experts. OSS Orthopedic Urgent Care. 2 great locations, York and now Mechanicsburg. Now that's some good news.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
You already know your Giant bonus card is a great way to bag real savings on groceries. But it does so much more, like helping you pump up your fuel discount with Gas Extra Rewards. Just by using your Giant bonus card, you'll save 10 cents per gallon for every $100 you spend. So the more you buy, the more you save. Gas Extra Rewards, fueled by Giant.
True Vision post-game report. Welcome back. We're going to go down the field to Jerome Presley. He's going to have our Hoffman Ford player of the game here in a second. But let's take a look before we go down to Kobe White tonight is going to be our Hoffman Ford player of the game. Let's look at our True Vision post-game report and look at some of our stats. Marcilio comes right out from the beginning of the game. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns, scores right away. They go up. Mixed extra point by Mixon puts it on the board. 13 points for Bishop McDevitt. Susquehanna Township, they had some heartbeat. Come back, and a great hookup from Moser to Moser to Jaquan Blair for 67 yards, and it made it 13-7. But tough play. Moser drops back to pass, throws a 33-yard interception, and that really was a turnaround. But now let's take an opportunity to go down on the field with Jerome Presley with our Hoffman Ford player of the game, standing by with Kobe White. Jerome?
Hello, I'm here with the Hoffman Ford player of the game, Kobe White. Kobe, you had an amazing game today. Can you talk a little bit about this game?
In our past few games, we were coming out slow and everything, so this was just a big start to try and come out strong, and we did. Our offensive line played great. Our defensive line played great. We just came out and played really hard today, and our quarterback was really on point today.
Well, I know we talked a lot about you being a junior, and we saw you last year as a sophomore. What has been your preparation to make sure that you're an elite athlete that you've been and shown today in this game?
In the offseason, I've just been training really hard, working hard, trying to be the best receiver in the state, you know what I mean? And it's just a big thanks to my team. We play really great.
And then the last question, you know, you're in the middle of the season. You still got a long season to go. What is it that you guys need to do as a team to continue and take each game, one game at a time, to see if you can come out on top every week?
Honestly, we got to come out and play like we did, because this is the first week we've ever came out this strong. So if we just keep it up, I think we'll be fine.
And there you hear it, Kobe White, Hoffman Ford player of the game.
Thank you, Jerome. Kobe White had 4 touchdowns tonight, over 200 yards. He has 10 on the season. And my goodness, he has become an absolute elite receiver. And we're going to take a look inside our highlights as we were talking about just earlier. Marcilio comes out with, he and the Crusaders come out, the True Vision postgame report. And you look here at the halftime. Before halftime, he had put a lot of points on the board, over 372 yards. But Marcilio was 13 for 19 for 372 yards, 4 touchdowns. That was one to Kobe White. Comes back, beautiful throw over the shoulder, perfectly where you need it, of the defender. Kobe White touchdown. That was his second of the game. Marcilio's not done there. Coming back, and he continued all night to make the plays he needed. Beautiful passes, but Moser finds Jaquan Blair for 67 yards. Blair had 110 yards and a touchdown on the night. Moser was 15 for 23 for 190. But here is the backbreaker. Kobe White down the middle, across the 50. It went 89 yards, but Here's the number, 642 total yards for Bishop McDevitt tonight. Might be some mid-state record. There, JoJo Heaton puts a dagger in the Tribe's heart right there with a 33-yard interception. Moser goes back, and you take a look at it again, and they tried Heaton a play before. Jaquan Blair scores, but JoJo comes back, gets that interception. He had 2 on the night. Marsilio gets 1 himself. Here's another beautiful play by Marsilio. Kobe White on that left side, and that made it 4 touchdowns on the night by White. And they just did it in all kinds of ways. And this right here, a beautiful shot in your front room screen right there to Kobe White. That was Gary Penn on the coverage there. Marsilio comes back for a 2-point conversion, connects with Callie, throws the ball perfectly. Callie comes and gets it. And then Tavon Bowers, the backup, the sophomore, comes in, sprints to the left side. He comes away with a 12-yarder into the end zone, and 642 total yards by Bishop McDevitt tonight. That was your highlights. Next week, great broadcast coming up. Cedar Cliff at Bishop McDevitt on October 10th, ABC 27.2 RTV. That's going to be a heck of a matchup. As Jeff Reinhardt said, he has Bishop McDevitt by maybe 2 touchdowns in there. He doesn't make the spread. I'm going to call that thing. Let's throw it out the door. Let's call it even. That is going to be a revenge game. 3 overtimes last year. Cedar Cliff beats Bishop McDevitt at Bishop McDevitt. They're right back there next year. Cedar Cliff at Bishop McDevitt for our next broadcast. This production and services have been provided by Invicta Sports, LLC, www.invicta.net at 717-577-6601. On behalf of everyone, our production crew, Chad Edwards, our statsman, Travis Sparks, Jerome Presley, I'm Todd McCall. Have a great night. We'll see you.